kick this match off. Best of 7. We are going to have Dummies on blue and Plot Twist on orange. Demon in the form of a couple of dots and skills against Mektos and Taroko. It is underway, and almost I forgot to ask you for a prediction. Just slot it in right here.
Yeah, you kind of have to go with Plot Twist, honestly. They've just been playing so strong. Demonator takes a shot here, set up for skills. Mektos is there on the pre-jump and a save. Well done. And now the counterattack.
Oh god, they could probably have played that better, I think. I'm not sure how the boost was looking there on Mektos, and if he thought he couldn't put enough speed on that ball to really make it unsavable. But as it stands, they do not score off of this counter. We can see the ball come off of the backboard as Skills trying to keep it away from Taroko, who was surely going to attempt the second touch there. You see, Demon Mektos gets the ball cleared on top of him by Taroko. Lots of range gained on this one. High up in the air. Shot towards the target. Slightly wide. Taroko's going to try for the second touch, and Skills just a little early on the jump. Ball tunnels underneath him, and that's the lead for Plot Twist.
Skills here in the net. Tried to pre-jump this, and Taroko saw him kind of drifting towards that near post and took the long shot. And I think that's just a ton of ball control. And obviously these two have a ton of that, and being able to make the heads-up shot like that takes an absolute insane amount of skill. Getting that aim down perfectly, Skills just couldn't read it, and it goes in.
Certainly does. It took him about a minute to do it after giving away an open net chance earlier in the game. Skills with a save here, and Demon will be looking to clear that away. No, actually leaves it to Skills while he himself goes down the middle, but Mektos with a good touch. Demon coming in from behind. Now going up against Taroko. Rolls up the sidewall. Skills smashing onto that sidewall, looking for the back pads onto Demon. Ball yet again high up in the air. Skills has plenty of space to clear that one away, and he does as well. Tries to put it on target. Early block coming out from Mektos. Taroko now on the other side of the field. Losing the 50-50 against Demon, but here's a touch. Taroko and Mektos could be looking for the passing play. Goes straight on target. Crossbar hit. Follow-up shot from Taroko, and that'll find the net. Upper 90, 2-0.
Kind of awkward here. Skills went for the challenge right there. I don't think that was a good idea. Maybe just cycle back. The current Dudes player just couldn't get back in after he made that attempt, and Demonator just also could not figure out where that ball was going to go. He kind of flailed for the save, and of course Plot Twist will take the reins on that shot. A layover. Mektos doesn't get any touch on it, but Taroko dead accurate anyways.
Going to try to do his best, picks up the corner boost, puts it right in front of the net, but Demon not quite quick enough on the buzzer. And here's a good clear from Mektos, straight onto Taroko. It's going to try to cut that ball. Does cut it, but ultimately a little too wide. Skills with not too much trouble saving that. Oh, what a beautiful back pass onto Taroko. Mektos to Taroko, Taroko to the backboard, and then to himself for the 4-1. Beautiful sequence.
Mektos got the boost still here. It drew Skills out of there, and Demonator could not, again, get the read, and it kind of feels like Dummies here are playing just a little bit too quick for their liking. They're trying to defend their net by swarming more than anything else. They're not being too smart about their positioning, and it's starting to bite them hard. Although it is the first game, it could be a tactic of just seeing how Plot Twist is going to play this out. Of course, Plot Twist can change it up at any time as Demonator gets a nice little touch here to send it to the side.
Yeah, sometimes you just kind of need to feel each other out, and we have seen Game 1 jitters for many a team, so it wouldn't surprise me to see Dummies use this game to gauge Plot Twist a little bit, and then use those newfound, well, what they've learned
I like to call
adjust
it
their
intel.
playing game. Intel. That's
yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful. I was fishing for a word there, but couldn't find it in time. Anyway, 4-1.
I'll take your bass. It's no problem.
Save coming out from Mektos just as we hit the 90-second mark, and he is going to stay in control of the ball, transition into an air dribble, going to try to turn that into a double tap, but Demon had so much time preparing for that destination, and it wasn't really going to be effective at all. Toroko gets bumped out of the way, but the pass had already been played out, and Mektos picks it up perfectly. 5-1 now for Plot Twist.
We're not seeing a lot of patience either from Dummies. Right there, Skills probably could have let that one come a little closer to him, just letting the ball come to him and then clear it instead of being so aggressive. Granted, when you're 3-4 goals down like that, being aggressive might benefit just to see what Plot Twist would do at that time, but of course, Plot Twist just so cool on the pitch. They don't let anything bug him at all. At least not this particular game. We'll have to see as we move on through the series, but a minute left, and it's definitely not anybody's game. It's still anyone's series.
Oh yeah, anyone's series I would absolutely say, but I think we can all agree that Dummies will have to concede this first game to Plot Twist. And I have to agree with you, their defense has just not really been clean enough against Plot Twist. But then again, it's Plot Twist. We've seen their passing plays time and time again.
Oh, sure.
They have a way of finding a gap in your defense even when you are playing it as clean as you possibly can. Much more so in a 2v2, and just look at that. Goal was covered by Demon. He got 2 saves off of that, but Toroko just stuffs it past him anyway, because why the heck not?
And Skills decided to go for this as well, and while I don't necessarily disagree with that, Demonator was already there trying to get in the way, and maybe that's up to Demonator. I think going for that would have been the wrong decision. A little fake here.
From Demon, pops that up in the air. Save comes out from Toroko. Cheeky little idea, but won't get past Toroko this time.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, this whole series can be you just don't know. A Dummies could pull it together here in game 2, just get the jitters out of the way.
Look all the pressure right now coming out from Dummies.
And that's my point. They can apply pressure. The question is, can they get the clearances out and force Plot Twist onto their back heel and into their side as Plot Twist takes game 1? This was kind of Plot Twist's game to lose. They look super relaxed. They're putting balls on net. I mean, dude, they only shot 8 times, and they scored 6 of them. The accuracy's there. Dummy's got to step it up on defense for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure how those numbers work out. We got 9 shots, 6 goals, and 4 saves. Something doesn't quite add up there, but it doesn't matter. Dummy's actually outshooting Plot Twist there, and that kind of goes back to what we were talking about at the end of that game. I have to agree with you. When they did push forward, when they did find those offensive opportunities, they were able to put up some decent pressure, but getting those opportunities in the first place is where the problem comes in, and then also making sure that Plot Twist don't kind of run circles around them on their own side of the pitch. That is also another issue, because Dummies just left those passing lanes open far too often, and Plot Twist is going to exploit that. No questions asked. Oh, Mektos right off the bat. Actually got the bump on the Skills, but the ball was killed on the goal line, so Demon had enough time to clear that out. But yet again, first attack comes out for Plot Twist. Now Demon trying to counter here. Toroko bumps him out of the way and leaves the ball for Mektos with a clean pickup. That was well defended by Plot Twist. Oh, look at Skills, though.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference between these two teams is Plot Twist knows how to shut down a shooting lane properly and make sure the ball goes to the other side, whereas Dummies, they haven't really been able to do that too much when they get pressured onto their side.
Demon's going to try straight at the net. Skills not quite able to catch up with his offense there. He's going to battle for the ball in the corner now. Clear coming out from Mektos. Demon kills it on the midfield line. Mektos going to try to contest that, but Demon actually gets it past him, and now Skills versus Toroko gets it off of the backboard right in front of the net, but can't get the second touch on it, even though he tried with the flip that he still had left from the ceiling. Goalpost hit, here comes Skills, and they do find the net. The pressure finally works out for them.
Wide rotation here for Dummies, and you can see Toroko had a bit of a save here, but he double jumped, and the ball just goes right underneath him. Rushing a little bit was Toroko. Usually we see him be so patient, but not this time. The patience actually weren't working well there for Dummies, and they finally get on the board first. Still early.
Straight away, another save forced out by Taroko. And he's going to have to stay on that goal line as well. Demon really looking to apply some aggression. But Taroko now coming in through the sidelines. Skills gets the save here. Mekto is going to try for the second touch. Demon on the goal line with a save. Taroko is going to try at a third attempt. Gets it off of the crossbar and then the goalpost. It bounces straight back out and onto Skills' nose. He will try to air dribble this one and gets it off of the backboard. Demon will have to retreat here as Taroko has a counter opportunity, plays it high. The important touch by Demon, puts it off of the crossbar. Skills tries to get the follow-up save, but Mektos puts it away, ties the game up.
Well done here by Taroko. He keeps his cool, just shooting it towards the net. I don't think he was actually expecting it to be much of a shot at all. Mektos following in perfectly, actually playing it off of Demonator's roof there, it looked like. Puts him on the board this time, and Plot Twist do have a little bit of work ahead of them still to take the lead.
Oh! Okay. Skills is just gonna score. Why the heck not?
Skills showing why he is on the dude's right. There, nice little cut. Puts a little spin on it, and poof, gone.
That was a very well-placed shot.
Yeah, it was.
Well played. So that equalizer basically meaningless now as Dummies take the lead straight back into their own hands. Demon's going to try to dribble this one. Early contest from Mektos. Have to rotate back here. Demon doing his best with absolutely no boost up in front. Really does end up losing the ball. Mektos going to try to go up against Skills. Double defense coming in from both Skills and Demon. And Skills is going to get a breakaway goal here. Mektos with not enough boost to actually follow the ball.
And Taroko went for a bump on the play. If you're going to do something that risky, you must score it. And this time, Plot Twist do not. Dummies holding strong here. I think this is a much cleaner rotation all around. Their positioning seems to be fairly well. And being able to react the way that they are, it seems like they've warmed up to the idea of playing a Beyond champion team. Although this could be the worst own goal we've ever seen.
I think it just might be Plot Twist with the own goal there. Get the demo onto Skills, but then Mektos, I think that big ball of fire was what obscured the view on the ball, and then Mektos, so unlucky, scores an own goal, puts up the Dummies, or I might just say Skills, because he is sitting on 4 goals here. Puts them into a 3-goal lead. And
that demo threw Mektos' car sideways. He just completely lost control on it.
Definitely an unlucky situation. But game is still not over. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, but we are going to have to see some solid offense come out from Plot Twist sooner rather than later. And most importantly, they need to calm down on defense because Dummies have kind of, well, I've mentioned in game 1, Plot Twist was driving circles around Dummies, but things have changed. The tables have turned. Air dribble from Mektos all across the field. Pretty sure he didn't expect that one to go either. Leaves it for Taroko here, but Skills yet again straight on the ball. Demo is forced out, and now Mektos with a full tank of boost cannot beat Demon to the ball. He's going to push that ball forward off of the backboard, and Dummies, look at how confident they are. They are pretty much always in full force on the orange half of the field. And usually they score as well, just like almost right there as the ball comes off the crossbar.
Looks like
Skills off the ceiling. Well, no follow-up there from Demon.
And it looks like Plot Twist are starting to readjust a little bit to this newfound speed, and we're seeing some accuracy out of Dummies as well. They're starting to hold their line, but doing stuff like that is not going to help their cause. That was actually a beautiful shot, Bardansky and everything.
Yep, certainly was. Off of the side wall and caught Plot Twist with their pants down. And now Demon getting on the board as well. So it's not just Skills who's scoring everything here. 5 goals to 1. Considering that Plot Twist are our reigning 2v2 champions, that is a scoreline that Dummies can be very, very happy with. 1 minute remaining. Mektos off of the corner. Ooh. Skills gets the clear of the side wall. Tries to follow it up. Very low on boost here. 50 seconds remaining, and I think this game is all but over at this point. Mektos still has to flip off the ceiling. Tries to go for the scoop there, but Demon playing it patiently, playing it slowly. He's not going to let himself get caught off guard with that play. So saves it like it's absolutely nothing. And Just like that, 30 seconds left, 4-goal lead. Might turn into a 5-goal lead. Demon missing the shot there. Skills just making sure to steal the boost. Pops the ball up into the air, tries to set up for Demon here. A little too fast on that touch, but ball is still in the orange half, and Plot Twist are just really scurrying across the field like headless chickens at this point.
I mean, a little bit, but they also know when they're beat, and they made a few mistakes here and there as well. Had a couple of unlucky moments, and the fact that, you know, they weren't able to get as many shots on net, Dummies defending well and keeping the ball away from their opponents also helps. And let's face it, Dummies, we knew that they were not a bad team at all. They could give Plot Twist a run for their money. It's just a matter of that team chemistry, and Plot Twist had absolutely none of that throughout this whole game. It's almost like Dummies decided to just pick them apart. That said, Dummies were challenging everything. They were doing all the stuff that you're supposed to do as, you know, as a team and within a game of Rocket League for sure. This time they did a little bit better, and they didn't allow themselves to get flustered by game one.
Yeah, we were talking about it. The offense from Dummies was already quite imposing in game number one. The only thing that was lacking was the defense, and then you see 7 saves come out of Dummies out of a total 8 shots from Plot Twist. One of them finds the net, the other 7 are saved. That's how you keep Plot Twist to 1 goal, and when you start putting up the pressure, when you really start putting up the heat up in front, then that's how you score 5 times against a team that really should know better in the form of Plot Twist. But again, Mektos can't quite get that ball off of the backboard, was caught in a difficult position there. Dummy is just going to blow up Taroko, take the ball off of him. Mektos trying to keep Skills from gaining even more ground in that orange half, and he's going to try to air dribble this one in, sets it up for Demon, goes for the bump onto Mektos on his way down. That would have been a beautiful goal, but as it stands, Dummies yet again with all the early aggression. Demon with another opening play. Long range clear off of the backboard. Mektos yet again pushing into 2 players, and that is what Dummies do so well. They always shadow the ball with 2 players, while Plot Twist prefer to have one player go at the ball while the other positions himself on the field for the pass. Maybe that is the Achilles heel for Plot Twist here. Just force the 2v1s.
You know, it could be, but unfortunately that could also be a massive issue. If Dummies, one of them just misses a little bit, Plot Twist can then take control of the ball, use all that one's experience to set himself up for a goal. But right now, it's pretty dead even. There's a lot of trust in Plot Twist. The 2 teammates making sure that everything is covered, at least as much as they can, while Dummies is basically throwing themselves at the ball, but they're getting some excellent touches as well.
Mektos not getting that touch on the backboard. Taroko playing that one off to Mektos. Skills and Demon yet again found in the same corner. Taroko trying to go for the shot on target, while Mektos makes sure that there won't be any goalie to save it.
Just an awkward challenge there in the corner, and then Skills, boom, absolutely punted. Demonator knew that he was that was going to happen, so he tried to fly for the ball from where he was at. It was going to be a tough one to time out anyways. Just couldn't shut that one down. And there you go, Plot Twist on the board. This could be a 1-goal game the way it's shaping up.
Yeah, but it looks like Plot Twist are slowly starting to adjust to the pressure that Dummies is putting on them. Finding themselves in that blue half more and more often, going early on those contests. And just disrupting the position and play of Dummies. There we see a shot. That goes wide. Skills is blown up, taken out of the game. Mekto is going to try to get that ball past Demon. Gets it past Demon, but Skills gets the block. Demon now way up in front. Blows up Taroko in the corner. Back passes it. Leaves it for Skills. Mektos was going to get that clear any day of the week. Halftime in game number 3. We're tied at 1 in the series. There's a from Taroko. That one saved by Demon. And now Demon is going to try to run away with this one. Taroko forced to play it into the opposite corner, where Skills is going to try to beat him to the ball. Gets it down Main Street. Mekto's waiting in his own half. Demon up for the ball. Misses the second touch. Tries to get it on his way down. Skills picking up seamlessly on that air dribble. But Taroko making sure that he will not be able to set up a double tap on the back wall.
Oh, wait for
Mektos. Ooh, that's a 1v1 play
dead
right
ball!
there. Bumps him out of the way, and then Demon comes in from the side. What a play from Skills. If you can't get to the ball, just bump the player the heck away from it.
And the player, you know, said shooter was was trying to do the same thing, so it ended up canceling itself out. Now, a flick up by Taroko. This could start up another goal sequence for Plot Twist. Oh, never mind.
Ooh. Not just yet, but here is the chance for Nevermind again. Mektos with a long-range clear, high up onto the sky for Taroko, but Skills is ready on the goal line for the save there. 80 seconds left on the clock. Mektos, uh-oh. That's a dangerous spot right there for the ball, and Plot Twist with another own goal, and they pretty much set that one up there.
Yeah, they pretty much did it. Mektos, realizing that he wasn't quite under the ball where he thought it was going to be, tries to flip to get underneath it. Maybe if he could flip in time, it might have worked, but it would have just killed the ball and Skills would have scored anyways, as he was lurking in the backfield there. But with a minute left, we are tied up at 1, and Plot Twist seemed to have calmed down, but it also seems like Dummies has stepped it up as Mektos going for another shot, trying to get all fancy with it. Nah. I don't think you can do that now. You're gonna have to or do that. You could just do that.
He just did that. He absolutely just did that. Bit of a lackluster touch from Demon, tries to set it up for Skills, but he just flies past the ball, and that meant no one left in net. Taroko places it perfectly, dead center of the goal, and puts his team up by 1. 50 seconds remaining. All we can say now is hopefully Plot Twist don't score another own goal. It is uncharacteristic.
I mean, you could. Yeah, you're
going
to have to say that, though, right?
But it is uncharacteristic. We never see them score any own goals, and then we see them score 2 in one day. Oh, and that just might be the equalizer. Yes, it is. Demon gets his hands on the ball, and he pushes it towards the net, and there's no chance for Plot Twist to catch up. We're tied at 2.
Taroko on that big miss there. Mektos was trying to get back in time. He was at Supersonic. There was just no way he was going to be able to get there in time. And so less than 30 seconds. We're tied up. Deuce is wild. It just got interesting here in Game 3.
Oh, yeah, especially if Mektos can get his hands on that ball, and yes, he can. He's going to have plenty of time to dribble that one in. Full-on overcommitment from Dummies, and that is another goal for Plot Twist.
Mektos right here, you know, he just did exactly what he needed to do. Knew he had time. Manages to catch the ball and just keep it right in front of him for the dribble. It wasn't pretty. It was exactly what was needed. That's it.
Yeah, form sometimes goes over function, but not in this case. And Mektos, what a fake. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Takes him up by 2.
Let's see, Demonator right here trying to grab some boost, realizing that he was in trouble. But Mektos falling in the way that he was able to time that out, touch it right off of Demonator, and it just kept the momentum up in his favor. The 2-goal lead now to Plot Twist. I'd say let's stick a fork in it, but you never know until about 3 or 4 seconds left.
Yeah, I think this is where we can fork it at this point. Yeah. I'm liking that. I'm liking that last goal there from Mektos. Skills knew that Mektos still had his flip from the side wall and expected him to use it, but he just kind of didn't. So why use it? Just fall down and then score on the open net.
Well, that's the beauty of being able to do a ceiling shot and you know, flips like that. They're able to mix it up and keep their opponents on their toes. You know, a lot of times people kind of badmouth the flip reset and they badmouth the ceiling shot as an unneeded mechanic, when in fact you just saw evidence of it right there. Being able to do it and then not doing it can also surprise your opponents as well. So Plot Twist now have the lead in the series 2-1. They need 2 more.
They do indeed, and this is game 4. They can put themselves into game match point situation right here and right now, but I'm pretty sure that Dummies will have to word to say in that matter as well. So, underway we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Fresh start. Tabula Rasa. Taroko takes 5 seconds, and Plot Twist are on the board.
You know, sometimes that's all you need. Right off for the kickoff. Skills trying to follow that one. Demonator realizing that he wasn't going to get the touch a little late. And there you go. 5 seconds in. That's it. Seems pretty simple. But being able to execute that is a little bit of a different story. And I'm sure
Mektos comes off the side wall, trying to get a touch on that ball, looking for the bump onto Skills, and he gets it, but Demon on the goal line. Oh, what a save right there.
patience. Patience. That's how that worked.
Demon keeping his cool. Managing to keep the lead at 1 for the time being, or the deficit from his point of view. And now Taroko's going to wait. Tad too long. Demon gets the touch, puts it onto Skills. Taroko looking to pick up on that pass, but Demon beats him to the ball on the sidelines. Off of the corner as Taroko is blown up, and that's a wide open net for Skills to score on, and we're tied at Snake Eyes.
The demo was timely and effective. And of course, Deminator had to get that ball past Mektos as well. So it was definitely a team play there. Opens up the net, Skills able to put it away perfectly. That was actually well done as a team play for sure.
Certainly was. We're not even a minute in. Already got almost 3 goals on the board. Taroko gets the second touch. Demon trying his best to beat the ball to the net, but is not quite able to do so.
Skills getting some boost here. Deminator, not a great touch, but he was rushing for it, coming from the wrong side of the ball. Skills, I think he didn't realize just how fast Plot Twist was trying to play in that setup, or that scenario, I should say, and wasn't able to get the clearance that he was looking for. He just couldn't get under the ball in time at all.
Long range shot off the kickoff from Mektos. Cleared off the backboard by Skills. Side wall touch. Infield pass from Demon. Mektos will play that up high. Taroko waits in the midfield for the advance of Demon, while Skills is going to wait on the midfield line for the clear that it is inevitably going to follow. Here it comes from Taroko up the ceiling. Puts it a little too far forward, or not far forward enough, and Taroko now forced to make a goal line save. Here comes Skills' second touch. Mektos has got that one covered. Nice little tag out on the goal line for Plot Twist to defend that.
And it was 2 saves, and it gets cleared away. That's exactly what you need to try to do in 2s. If you have to get that second save out, get it cleared away and get yourself reset.
Mektos pops that one up. 50-50 against Demon is lost. Taroko will have the opportunity to clear it long, but he's going to have to watch out. The pass onto Demon is attempted, but Demon not quite expecting it. Was out of boost as well, so goes for the sideline boost instead, and that's a long-range shot from Taroko. Just a Hail Mary attempt. And ultimately, Skills does rotate back in time. Is able to save it. We're nearing halftime after 3 goals in the first minute. The next 2 have almost passed without goals. And Skills with a goal line save there.
Deminator, it's not done yet. Sending it right back. Shots galore. Skills trying to center again. Right down Main Street. Luckily, Deminator's right there, and the play has significantly sped up over the last game, and really kind of the beginning of this game. It's been straight up shot after shot after shot, back and forth and back and forth. Not even ping pong. I mean, we're seeing some technical
Mektos
shots
pops
here.
it up, tries to fake out Demon. Now he's right in front of the net with Skills, and Demon bunched up in one spot. Taroko wisely choosing to stay out of that one. 1v1 situation against Skills. Comes out before the flick does, and is able to deflect it off to the sidelines. 2 minutes left. It's still a 1-goal lead to Plot Twist, but as you've said, it's a fragile one and could break at any moment.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think dummies can necessarily take down Plot Twist. The one game, yeah, sure, but
That's an angle.
prove me wrong though, please.
I think they're gonna try to. Mektos still has his flip, goes for the scoop. Skills waiting right in front of the net to save that one. Taroko puts it up front. Skills off of the backboard, forces Mektos to go back, picks up the sideline boost, and now Taroko is going to be waiting in the midfield for a pass there. Demon early on the interception to that play. Want to disrupt that play before it has any chance to even get to a passing situation. Ground to air missile as Skills goes for the shot. Not high enough. Taroko doesn't even have to move, doesn't even have to jump. 1 minute remaining, and that's going to be the breakaway. That's going to be a little overconfidence from dummies and an open net for Plot Twist.
You know, Skills decided to follow Taroko around the corner instead of racing back down center. Could have got some more boost that way as well. And Deminator getting demoed on the play, of course, and that just completely takes him out. So Plot Twist, kind of going more for a slow burn type setup. You can tell they're playing with a lot of confidence. Dummies also playing with confidence, but it does kind of seem like they've broken a touch. And Skills keeps going for shots like that. Easily defended by Plot Twist, and that just puts everyone out of position. Another score coming in.
Yep. Things kind of breaking down for Dummies in the last minute or so. With defense, with them becoming a little too eager up in front, leaving too many gaps. And Plot Twist are just gonna you're just gonna take every inch that you give them. So, pretty expected from the way that Dummies has been playing in the past few seconds. But they were still able to keep it quite close, even though Plot Twist did take that early lead. Quickly responded to by Dummies, then Plot Twist got another one, and they held on to that until the very last minute, where they ended up ultimately going down by 2, perhaps because the pressure started ramping up, perhaps because they thought, well, we're still down by 1, and there's only a minute left on the clock, maybe we need to take a little more risk, maybe we need to open ourselves up a little bit, try to force issues just like this one. But in the end, it ended up opening up their net for Plot Twist, and even with this goal, 6 seconds for 2, I don't see it happening.
And I can see, just being as aggressive as possible, like in the case of Dummies right here. They're just trying to be as aggressive as possible, try to keep the pressure on the ball at all times. The thing is, though, Plot Twist have a lot of experience in that kind of setup, in all of the ones experience that both of them have. You got to change things up. You can't be, trying to do the same thing over and over and over again, kind of like what... What? Oh, okay, I guess we lost a player. Kind of like what these guys are doing. I mean, Plot Twist, you have to come in here knowing that Plot Twist are going to be as consistent as anyone.
Yeah.
It's the reason why they do so good in RLRS. It's the reason why they do so good in these tournaments. And Dummies, if they can figure out how to combat all of that and try to be as consistent as they can as well, and then a measured sense of, sense of pressure, I think will go a long way. There are times when you need to back off and just be in a good spot to properly defend. And Dummies haven't, anytime they have a big loss like this one, they haven't been able to do that. And so we should see an adjustment this game. The question is, will Dummies take a win or will they be eliminated? That right there is the big one.
Yeah, Plot Twist now on match point, but last time Dummies lost by a considerable margin. They really came back with a vengeance and then almost shut out Plot Twist. That was in Game 2. We are now in Game 5, and this might just be the last one in the series, assuming Dummies do not win this one. They're going to push as far as they can in the early stages. Ooh. Maybe a little too much, as Taroko has an open net to score 2, but was not quite in the position, so lucky there for Dummies. They do get a goal line save here as Skills blocks the ball, plays it off into the corner. But at the very least, if you are going to let your net open, make sure your opponent isn't in a position to score on it. So that's already a chance that we're seeing from Dummies. Up into the air, Mektos gets it off of the backboard, covered by Demon. Such an important touch right there. Would have gone for that double tap, and he had it locked down. I'm pretty sure he would have scored that. And Taroko just killing the ball on the midfield, allowing Mektos to get into position. Was a difficult situation for him because either Skills or Demon could have gone for that ball. Ultimately, it was Demon. And now Skills versus Taroko gets blown up by Mektos. That'll get a little pressure off of his back, but Demon's going to pop that one up, try to go for the double tap, puts it against the backboard. Skills coming in from behind, the pads onto Mektos into the corner for the clearance. Such a quick play from Plot Twist. They're going to try to turn this one around. There is Mektos trying to get it past Demon on the goal line, but yet again, Dummies have a solid defense right now, and now they have a chance at a breakaway. It rolls up the ramp, bounces off awkwardly. Plot Twist in a much better position to adjust to it.
I mean, they were already on the way back. Might as well start defending your net, but this being a 0-0 game, and have to start getting a little bit of offense going as well. Both teams, well, actually, Plot Twist have 3 shots, but Dummies have had 0 recorded shots. That could be any number of reasons, but Demonator trying to get the offense going for Dummies. Instead, he gets demoed for his transgressions. And so Dummies still have their work cut out for them. They know just how important this game is.
Oh, that's going to be dangerous. Taroko, there it is. He saw the opportunity. You could see the switch click in his head. He saw, oh boy, uncovered backboard. Straight goes for the double tap.
Got a little excited on that, I guess, man. Knocked it down basically straight as well. Beautiful shot there from Plot Twist. Put themselves on the board, and that's pretty much all they need. It just comes down to defending their net. And that's not how you do that. Yeah, that's...
I'm not sure what Taroko did there. I'm going to have to check his view there. Oh, it was Mektos. Oh, he tried to...
Mektos, yeah. Patience. Okay. We were talking about patience earlier.
Yep.
That right there is an example of needing that. Mektos just needed to wait maybe about a half a second before challenging that. Would have worked out a little bit better, at least IMO. But still plenty of time in this game to see who's going to take it.
Well, we're tied at 1. There's a shot from Mektos. Going to try to get a second one. Sets it up for Taroko, and that is a quick response from Plot Twist, who like being in one goal in the lead, so they'll get that right back.
Yeah, Mektos getting blocked out here by Skills, but with Skills trying to shut off all the shooting lane, that takes him out of the play generally. Of course, the shot was coming in, so it was definitely time to defend it. Maybe instead of going from the side of the card, maybe try to hit it with the front, so you can hit it towards the corner or just away from Plot Twist, which they were doing before. They haven't been able to do that again.
Mektos pinches that ball into the corner off of his opponent. Half of game time has passed. We have 2 minutes 30 on the clock. And Demon on the ball on the sidelines. Plays it back into the corner. Switches around. Sets up a shot for Mektos there. Excuse me, for Taroko. Mektos going to get the follow-up. Gets it off the backboard. Yet another touch. Gets it in front of the net.
Oh my God.
Nicely covered by Demon. He was the one who pretty much allowed the sequence to happen, so he makes sure that he rectifies his mistake by himself. Now Mektos looking for the breakaway. Demon has that one covered as well. Solid defensive play all throughout from him. As far as the series has gone for the time being, Mektos off of the sidewall. Gets it off of Skills. Demon yet again waiting on the ground. Goes for a pre-jump there. Taroko laying it onto Skills as Mektos had already rotated back, and I think that was the right call right there.
Really was. The game kind of devolved into a bit of a ping-pong match. Both teams keeping a guy behind, making sure that everything is covered. Oh, Skills might have a chance here. Taroko gets there in time. And it just seems like Plot Twist, every time they have it clear, it's a pass. They can move the ball out of their end so quickly. I think it still takes Dummies by surprise when they start doing that.
Oh, what
my
a
God!
Oh, Mektos gets the save off of the crossbar, and now Taroko's going to have to watch out. Skills going to be hungry. Look at Taroko playing it so patiently. Gets it past Skills, not past Demon, though. He was running out of boost in that play. Not a lot of options left. Demon's going to try to dribble this one past Taroko. Long-range shot comes off of the backboard. Skills can't cover it. Demon making sure that Mektos won't get a shot off of that one. 45 seconds left, and Dummies need this goal to stay in the series. Will they be able to score it? Another back pass from Skills almost sets something up for Taroko, but he flies past the ball, smashes into the backboard, and now Demon trying to push forward. Taroko already having recovered Skills, waiting in the midfield. It's a passing station, but ultimately Demon loses the ball to Taroko, and Plot Twist are going to be happy to slow down the game now. Skills
just
try
keep
to
the
reverse
possession.
into it.
That's all Plot Twist has to do is just keep some possession, and there you go.
Right now, Dummies is looking for that possession, and Demon sets it up for Skills. Good save coming out from Mektos, but there's the demo onto Demon, and that has got to be it, unless he's going to fly in from the back now and try to contest that, but no. Final shot on target comes out of Plot Twist, and unless Dummies can juggle this one, nope. Taroko won't even allow it, blows up Skills where he stands, and that's going to be Plot Twist taking the series home 4-1.
Dummies gave them a run for their money there for a little while, and then they would start to slip up. And Plot Twist being generally patient. They just kind of waited for it. I wouldn't say they were necessarily waiting for them to make mistakes. But they were just waiting for opportunities to present themselves as it does in twos. If this was a threes match, I think it would have went a completely different way, mostly because Plot Twist are so dang good in threes, in their threes format. But Dummies, I think that was well thought all around. You know, you put all things into consideration. Dummies put up some decent numbers. They had shots. They had good saves. They had it all. It's just that Plot Twist at this particular moment, well, let's face it, they're highly practiced and they play together all the time. You kind of expect him to win because of that. But Dummies comes back, does well, and it was good to see Skills and Demonator in a competitive format again. So, well, thanks for stopping on by, but unfortunately, they're not going to make it this time.
Yeah, but at the same time, there were some weaknesses that Plot Twist showed.
Oh, yeah.
With we've mentioned it before, 2 own goals scored in the series. Both of them were kind of unlucky, but it is the first time I've ever seen them score any own goal in a 2v2. And then they do it twice in one night. And then they left a couple of gaps open in their defense every now and then. They weren't quite as confident on their accuracy when they got up front. They've got a couple of misses. They didn't have their usual problem of hitting the woodwork a little too often this time around, which is nice, I suppose. But ultimately, they kind of substituted that for other issues that kind of took away a lot of potential from them. And it's going to be interesting to see whether their opponents might be looking to exploit those. Them, of course, being the winners of our second semifinals, Birds and the Bees versus the Peeps. And that is going to be up right after this message from our sponsors. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Astronauts Rocket League 2v2 tournament. And welcome back, everybody, to the Astronauts Rocket League 2v2 tournament powered by Team Beyond and Astro Gaming. My name's The Pash. Joining me is Ninja Rider.
Yep.
We are coming fresh out of the oven where the first semi-final has baked ourselves a nice and crispy final attendant, grand final contestant. And the second oven has already been preheated in the form of Birds and the Bees versus the Peeps. And I can already smell great things.
You smell
How
that?
about you, Ninja?
It smells like my grandma's cookies,
Which
which is, let me tell you, that's great things right there. I tell you what. Sorry, Mother's Day is still on the mind. Anyways, yes. Birds and the Bees versus the Peeps in RLRS. Well, semifinal, I guess. Number 1 in RLRS and number 2 in RLRS going head to head in 2v2 play. We have Roldiz and Hoxer for Birds and the Bees, and then for the Peeps, Explosive Gyro and Arsenal. Gyro and Arsenal have had some pretty awesome Beyond tournaments, at least this year, and I think they're looking for another final to add to their belt.
Yeah, they are our reigning 3v3 champions.
Mm-hmm.
Along with Reddles, and also they won the March 2v2 tournament, so the one before the last one, which, of course, the Plot Twists guys won, and they are our reigning champions, and they're in the grand final yet again. So if the Peeps make it through the second semifinal, then we might see a reigning champion versus previous champion grand final, and that would be quite interesting. But then again, of course, Birds and the Bees, Roldiz and Hoxer, Roldiz especially, is quite used to 2v2 competition. Usually he has been in Beyond tournaments with his teammate Sipical, in the form of Sipidiz, but I'm curious to see whether Hoxer will just do just as fine.
I'm sure he will. It's obviously going to be a little bit of a different team dynamic in the way that they play together compared to Sipical and Roldiz, which kind of makes this a little bit interesting, at least in my opinion, just to see how they're going to attack the 2v2 phase, and if all of that 3v3 play, that they had in RLRS and all the scrims and things might haunt them a little bit. Obviously, you have to attack 2v2 a little differently, and we haven't seen that tonight yet, but we have seen it before. I have a feeling that might pop up here. Just seeing the team names on the pitch might kind of trigger something, and they're expecting the third man to come through, and then nothing. We'll have to see, though. Players starting to jump into the arena.
Well, what do you think? Birds and Bees or the Peeps?
Ooh. God, that's a tough one. That's a real tough
You're
one.
just
I might have to... No. I might have to go with the Peeps, simply because they're 2v2 prowess.
Okay. I can respect that. And the Peeps are going to be the ones to score first. So already proving you're right. 2 shots in 7 seconds, 1 goal coming out of those shots.
And Roldiz and Hoxer just bumping into each other, tossing both of them out of the play. Hoxer throwing up a bit of a jump in a bit of frustration. I don't blame him. But still very early goings here. Plenty of time to get that one back.
Absolutely. It was just an unlucky start for Birds and Bees, and now they're looking for a goal of their own. Hoxer versus Gyro. Gyro winning out that one. Follows it up. Still on the side wall. It's going to leave that for Arsenal, looking to play that one into the midfield. Forced to play it into the corner. Roldis is waiting on the midfield line, but Arsenal will play that back forward. And Hoxter will take his sweet and merry time.
Yeah, he was waiting for Gyro to join back in.
Yeah.
Gyro had a bit of a disconnect there. Don't know exactly what happened there, but sporting of Hoxter. It only took a couple of seconds for Gyro to jump back in. So well done to everyone for laying off the ball there for just a little bit.
Yep. Absolutely. Great sportsmanship. I only realized what he was doing after I looked at the upper left-hand corner, but that's going to be a breakaway. Going to come off of the post there. Gyro won't be able to get to the ball in time. A little bit of luck there on the side of Birds and the Bees. And now the infield attempt from Roldis, saved by Gyro, is going to try to go for another breakaway, but Hoxter, I'm pretty sure, will have this one covered. Cuts it into the right-hand corner of the blue side of the pitch. As Roldis looking for the pass onto Hoxter, he plays it high. Gyro's going to have to defend, and he does. Puts it off into the corner. Well defended from the Peeps. They're holding on to that 1-goal lead. Comes off of the backboard yet again as Arsenal looking for a long-range clear. Hoxter along the ceiling. Gyro on the goal line. Gets blowed up by Roldis, but he already got the touch that he needed to clear the ball into safety.
Oh, here we go.
And here comes Arsenal. Oh, fell down a little too early, but didn't really have another choice as his boost was running out there. Now Hoxter. Quick interception by Arsenal. Comes off of the corner there, trying to pass it to his teammate, but ultimately Gyro gets to the ball first, and Roldis struggling to clear it as well. The Peeps setting up stronghold on the blue half of the pitch right now. Question is, how long will it take until some shot finds the target, some shot goes to the back of the net? Because Birds and Bees, they've been struggling to really clear that ball away, and it's going to bite them at some point. Oh boy, yet another shot. This one goes high, off of the crossbar. Hoxter, yet again, not a clear. Arsenal picks up on it, puts it into the other corner, and Roldis is just trying to keep control of the ball at this point. There's the clear coming out, and Gyro is going to go up for this one. No rebound off of the backboard for Birds and Bees, so won't be an easy goal for them, but at least they buy themselves a little bit of time and space.
The demo was absolutely dead on there. Birds and Bees getting a little bit more aggressive in their style, just trying to change things up a little bit. Seen a lot of speed from both of these teams, and Hoxter shot. As the Dragons fly here, this is absolutely perfectly timed here by Hoxter. He thought Gyro was going to get a clear, so he actually turned away from the play, and Roldis had to go back for some boost anyways. And then Hoxter, realizing what was going on, decided to challenge that ball, and no one there that will tie the game up here with just under 2 minutes left. Well done by Hoxter for being able to recognize the situation. And again,
that's going to be a number 2. No, the save coming out from Gyro. Roldis lets the ball bounce off of him.
Oh, this is intense.
Minute and 40 left, and we're still tied at 1. The Peeps looking to establish that stranglehold that they had earlier. I'm pretty sure Birds and Bees won't quite let that happen this time around, or at least they're going to do their best to avoid it. Here comes Hoxter. Off of the ceiling, Roldis to play that off into the corner, straight onto Hoxter, who's going to try to convert that straight into a long-range clear, and it becomes more than a clear. It becomes a shot on target. Gyro able to catch that one. Roldis forces him back to his own backboard. Now Hoxter against Arsenal beats him to the ball. A minute and 5 seconds remaining as Arsenal tries to play it off of the sidewall. Ball still in the corner here. Hoxter has plenty of boost, but can't quite get control of the ball to put enough speed on it to really make the Peeps run after it. But still so much pressure now coming out from Birds and Bees, and this could be anyone's game. Here comes Roldis, shot on target, popped up into the air by Arsenal, but Hoxter still might have a shot at this one. Puts it towards target, double commit from Gyro and Arsenal. Gyro, he can't save that one. Roldis just narrowly puts it past him. 2-1 lead now.
Yeah, Roldis actually went back for a little bit of boost and realizing that he maybe will not need it, but he had to get in there to support Hoxter. Hoxter was kind of losing control of the ball, and with the Peeps just kind of getting scrambled on their own side right into the crease, there was just no way that shot just had to happen. There was no other way about it. Roldis goes for another one. Gyro with a save.
From Gyro, they stay within 1. Now they need to convert this into another goal. 30 seconds remaining to take this one to overtime for the Peeps. Up in the corner now. Gyro trying to center it. Long range clear from Hoxter. Now that they need it, they find it immediately. Birds and Bees, 15 seconds
what a
left.
challenge.
Arsenal's gonna try to cut this one. Pass on to Gyro, and they tie it up with 10 seconds to spare.
This right here by Arsenal, able to lane the car over and get himself underneath the ball to force that ball to die out, then able to recover, get the pass over. Gyro is just right there. He's like, all right, I'm here. Put it on my nose. And he did. It was perfectly executed, but a potential here for a tiebreaker.
Nope, not quite yet. 3 seconds remaining. Arsenal's going to try to convert this one. Shot on target. Rolled his saves. Ball touches ground, and we're into overtime in game 1.
Birds and Bees making me eat my words over here.
Arsenal, the side wall, going to try to make a fast one here off of the crossbar. Gyro looking to convert off the second chance. Can't make it happen. Block comes out from Rolders, and now
man.
Hawks are trying to disrupt up front. Almost pushes Arsenal off of the backboard. Up to the back pass here, but runs out of boost, so Gyro will beat him to the ball.
Demo.
Blows up Hawkser now as well. Rolders is off of the backboard, and that's going to be open for Arsenal to score, and the Peeps win this overtime after 26 seconds.
Rold is electing to not pursue that at all. And then that kind of put him into an awkward position, because once he was able to stop, he was already facing the wrong way. It was going to be a tough one to actually figure out as to how they were going to defend that. The demo on the play, obviously, that helps a lot. The Peeps were aggressive, but they weren't too aggressive. And the time came for them to get a demo in and secure the play was right then and there, and they executed perfectly. Lots of pressure coming out from both sides, and it was pretty much just meant to be, at least for that particular moment. As yikes! Oh god, it was so intense, though.
I have to admit, I'm impressed at both Birds and the Bees and the Peeps. At the Peeps, because they were able to get such a stranglehold on the game in the first half of it that Birds and the Bees really didn't get any time outside of their half in the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of that game. But also for Birds and the Bees for barely conceding during that time. The pressure was so immense from the Peeps, and yet they were able to take it all the way to overtime with just 2 goals conceded over the course of that game, and the last one was an equalizer that the Peeps had to score. So Birds and the Beast actually with the lead for large parts of that game. Kudos to a solid defense.
Kudos indeed. It was well done. Well done by all around, and it looks like just slight server technicals.
Yeah, but server is currently being remade, so players are going to join in momentarily. I think the only one that's missing at this point is our observer. Yes, certainly looks like it. So, yeah, well, we'll get this game started as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm happy. This is looking to be a close series. I also think the Peeps will have the edge here, but Birds and Bees have shown that they can definitely keep up with the pace, keep up with the offense, keep up with the pressure, and that's going to be so important because that last one is especially the part where many teams faltered in the past. And I'm curious to see whether Birds and Bees will be able to pull this performance through all the way. As it stands, Peeps won game 1. Birds and Bees looking to tie the series up as soon as possible. Don't want your opponent to get ahead too quickly. Last time in game 1, the Peeps scored within the first 5 seconds. This time, the save coming out from Rolders would have been 7 this time around, but save did come out. Yet another action-packed start to this game. Gyro across, comes off of the backboard. Rolders looking to cover that space. Arsenal up front here as well. Gonna try to cut it, and he does, and so well played. He scores that one 28 seconds in.
Here, Rold is just trying to clear this one out, and I think a little control would have went a long way on it. But a big miss there. Hawks are just coming from behind. So usually that's a great idea to come from behind and send it towards a corner off of the opponent. It was just a big miss right there, and it's so close to the net. It was kind of tough to be able to do that anyways, because Arsenal comes up for a shot. Hawkser, that's a huge clear.
Yep, certainly is. Ball is no man's land in the midfield right now. Pass on to Rolders is good. Ball goes short, though. Demo onto Arsenal, but Gyro pushing this one forward. Arsenal has respawned at this point, so Hawkser will not have an open net to score on. Doesn't even get the touch he was looking for anyway. So roll this off the corner. Comes off the side wall now. Hogster blocks it in the midfield. Rolda is looking to set that up for his teammate Arsenal with no boost. Tries to desperately get it off of the side wall. Shot on target. Easy save for Gyro. And no Arsenal still with no boost for well over 20 seconds. Finally picks up the corner boost here. And just in the time that Gyro was looking to pass the ball to him, he moved out of position to pick up some boost. And now Hogster shot on target. It's going to bounce off the post. Oh my goodness. Lady Luck is not on Birds and Bees' side right now, and now a dribble play from Arsenal. Not going to find the net. Hogster saves it for the time being. Another attempt from Hogster. Same corner. This time Arsenal gets the save. It's not going to be the post that's going to rain on Birds and Bees' parade.
And it's just back and forth action all around. Birds and Bees putting shots on. The Peeps putting shots on. It's all over the place here. Oh, that's a big miss. Gyro might be able to set this up. Hogster gets aggressive.
Oh, there's the touch from Arsenal. And Gyro with the early fake and trying to stuff it past Hogster. In the end, Arsenal joining the fray after both defenders from from Birds and Bees had to bunch up in one spot.
And Arsenal, a little bit awkward for him. He was right there just in case, waiting for that little bounce out. But the way that it bounced and hit the ground and his front part at the same time, it kind of took him off guard. It's kind of like getting hit, in the nose lightly, literally. And luckily he had the wherewithal. He didn't panic at all and try to make it all super fancy. He just kept it simple, put it in the net. Birds and Bees have the work cut out for him here. And the Peeps showing...
Oh, that's a huge demo. That's a huge demo, and that's going to be a goal.
Yeah, massive demo. Right? And there. Hogster realizing that someone was back. And he had to take him out. Gyro was there. That could have turned into a save, and I think that right there was a great heads-up play more than anything else. Realizing that a demo possibility was there as Rolda is trying to play this one off. Kickoff! They tie it up.
Comes off of the ceiling, and Roldes is right there to finish it off. Hogster. Well played right there. Roldes immediately following that ball up, read the bounce like it was an open book, and it looks like Lady Luck is looking to make up a little bit to Birds and Bees because she hasn't been kind to them for most of the series so far. Good demo onto Hogster. Roldes immediately trying to carry that ball away. Hogster has now respawned by this time. Arsenal actually tunnels it underneath, and that's going to be another goal to the Peeps.
The bouncer right here, Arsenal recovering well, managing to grab a little bit of boost. Gyro coming from the wrong side of the ball to really make a solid shot on that, and I think it was a good idea just to move it towards the net more than anything else. Allowed Arsenal to wrap around and attack immediately. The double commit, yeah, it's dangerous, but in certain situations you kind of have to do it, especially when you have that much pressure being built by the Peeps. And already Birds and Bees are running around in circles.
Well, it's only a 1-goal lead right now for the Peeps, and there's still plenty of time left in this game. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And it is only game 2 in the series. But if you're Birds and Bees, you want to make sure to stay in step with your opponents, especially as far as the best of 7 goes. Shot on target from Arsenal. Rolled is off into the corner. Centered straight onto Hogster. Tries to put it forward.
Rolled
through pass onto Roldes, and he puts it away. I was not expecting that.
This is perfect by Roldes, realizing what was going to happen here. Arsenal trying to catch there. Didn't even have to worry about Gyro. But the way that Roldes attacked the ball, it forced the ball to stay low and actually bounce off his opponent to tie this game up. Less than 2 minutes to go. Game 2 going hot and heavy already.
Certainly is. Shootout style. 3-3 is the score right now, but that may change at any second. We already had an overtime in game 1. Might be on track in game 2 as well, but I do not expect the scoreline to not change until we get there. Backboard hit Hogster off the side wall. Roldes pops it back up, leaves it for Hogster. Comes off the side wall yet again. Roldes looking to shoot that one. Arsenal blocks the shot, but is caught between a rock and a hard place as he's so low on boost. Now finally does get into the corner. Picks up the boost that he was so looking for, so longing for. But ultimately, Birds and Bees are back in possession right now. Look at Gyro throwing himself at that ball. Shot on target coming on from Roldes. Put off of the backboard. Here comes Roldes. Gets the second touch as well. Gyro comes in and helps his teammate out. Final minute is on the clock. Birds and Bees are so aggressive right now. Really looking for that lead.
Oh my God.
And there it is. Roldes near post. 4-3.
So Rolda's coming from the opposite corner on the offensive end, realizing that he was the close one. Hoxer had no boost. It's just perfect way to attack the ball there. Just don't give the Peeps any room at all. No thinking time, no reaction time. Shut them down. Well done, Roldas.
And now it's 50 seconds, but Arsenal looking to score that off of the post. Will they follow it up? No! And this time, Lady Luck not being kind to the Peeps for a change as it comes off of the post and then out again. Birds and Bees able to clear it off of the goal line, comes off of the backboard. Important touch by Gyro as Roldas was licking his lips for that one. Long range flick. Gyro will look to pick that up. Roldas blocks it. Here's another shot from Arsenal, and they tie it up yet again. 4-4, 26 seconds to go.
Hoxer trying to cover the net. Looks like he was a little bit low on boost, able to get... Well, he got to Supersonic, but once he got to Supersonic, he couldn't quite track what Arsenal was going to do in that situation. Like you mentioned, tied at 4, less than 30 to go. Game 2, man, if all these games are like this, it's going to be an intense series.
Certainly is. 15 seconds! And that's going to be another goal to the Peeps.
Right there. Arsenal able to control it just enough, able to pop up. Gyro on the fake. Hoxer was bumped out. Roldas trying to recover. Just turns into a madhouse right after kickoff for these guys. No organization. It just seems like everybody's going for everything at the same time. But that's the thing. Good communication will allow you to do that.
Well, Gyro is looking to keep possession in these final few seconds. We've seen this before. Just play that into the corner.
Yep.
Comes off the ramp. Roldas.
Simple.
I'm going to try to play that downfield, but Arsenal kills the ball straight onto the
Simple.
ground, and the Peeps will take away game 2 here as well. And there's yet to be a response from Birds and Bees, but as it stands, both games have been so close. 14-second winner from the Peeps this time around, and an overtime in game 1. I think this series is not over by a long shot.
Well, it depends. I mean, Birds and Bees are going to have to figure out a way to not only shut down the Peeps, but actually start moving the ball down the pitch and keep control of it. The Peeps are making high-quality challenges all the time. They made a couple of mistakes this time, but then they just step up their game and recover from it. The Peeps are not in cruise control at all. They're not playing comfortably. And if the Birds and the Bees can figure out a way to kind of break that mental hold that the Peeps have on this particular series, then I think they'll go much farther in at least the scoring category, more than anything else, the scoring category.
Early demolition onto Hoxer to kick off game 3. So far, it's always been the Peeps to score first. This time, might be looking to be Birds and Bees. Demolition onto Gyro. Arsenal pops it up into the air. And Gyro is there to clear it. Another bounce off of the backboard. Shot on target from Roldas. Played short. As Arsenal clears that out into the midfield. Comes back down from the ceiling. Gyro with a little bit of a positive touch. Pushes it forward. Arsenal looking to shadow Hoxer's advance into the orange half. Is blown up by Hoxer in the end, and that is a dangerous touch from Gyro. Allows Roldas to go for the long angle, puts it way too long into the other corner. Another shot on target from Hoxer. Gyro trying to save that, but ultimately ends up a little too low, and Birds and Bees are first on the board.
Hoxer with the laser. Bam! There was like no arc on that ball. Whew. That was a blistering shot there from Hoxer, and able to read the play and have enough time to get there as well. That he's comfortable with it. The Peeps caught by surprise as Roldas goes solo on the offensive end until Hoxer can spawn, and he does.
Another demo onto Gyro. Hoxer has an open net here. Arsenal trying to shadow that ball to the best of his ability, but can't get there in time. It's a 2-goal lead to Birds and Bees.
And Arsenal kind of caught in no man's land here. Doesn't look like he had much boost at all. Couldn't do anything at that particular point. And suddenly Birds and Bees have a 2-goal lead.
Suddenly they do, and I think that's the first time we've seen anything like this in the series. One team taking a 2-goal lead, or at least one team taking a 2-goal lead and then it not immediately disappearing a couple of seconds afterwards. I'll sleep from some time for the peeps to decide if that'll stay true. But for the time being, it's looking like Rold is going to look for score for the third time. Gyro able to get the save just in the nick of time. But the ball is still on the orange half, and the peeps are finding themselves under so much pressure right now. Gyro looking to cut the ball in, blows up Hoxter somehow while he does that as well. But the pass onto Arsenal does ultimately not quite come out as accurate as he was looking it to be. And a save from Hoxter on the goal line was relatively easy to make. Here's the shot from Arsenal. That was a little harder. Rold is snuffing that shot out before it has any chance to come out in the first place. And Birds and Bees are effectively controlling where the ball goes right now.
I was just about to mention that, yeah. The peeps haven't had a whole lot of control. They're playing a little bit reactionary at this point. The demos, oh, that's not good. Gyro can't read the shot, and Roldiz will put it away for the third goal of the game.
And it's another demo.
Yeah, not only is it another demo, the peeps are all out of sorts.
Certainly are.
And I guess this is why you see so many demos when you play twos out there, chat. Because they are effective, especially in this two setting.
Well, a 3-goal lead is definitely something that we haven't seen yet in this series. But here it is, and it's going to be Birds and Bees who have it. And now the demos are starting to come out from both teams. Now things are getting personal. Very close and very personal, it seems. As we're past half-time, still a 3-goal lead. Hawks are looking to make it a 4. Arsenal clears it off the goal line. Rolled is with another infield pass. Hoxter is ready to pick up on it. It's going to try to get the second touch as well. Puts it high. Demo onto Hoxter.
Arsenal.
As another fireball is on the floor. Arsenal trying to dribble it around Roldiz, but Roldiz has played enough ones to know how to deal with that.
Arsenal is literally bringing out his personal arsenal and taking it out on the Birds and the Bees. Yikes.
Well, sometimes you just got to roll out the big guns.
Cannons ahoy!
Off of the backboard, Hoxter in the corner, trying to get it past Arsenal. Arsenal blocks it. Now 1v1 versus Roldiz. Roldiz throwing himself into that. One comes off the ceiling, follows it up. Hoxter's ready as a passing station. Gyro intercepts that pass. Hoxter with a long-range clear. Good stuff from him. Roldiz immediately on that ball's tail. As it comes back down in the midfield, it's pushed forward. Roldiz and Arsenal clashing for it as Hoxter goes up in yet another ball of explosion and flame. Another push forward, Gyro in the corner, Hoxter with another clear. The peeps are trying to push something forward, but so far the only idea they've had is, let's try the backboard, and it just hasn't worked.
No, it really hasn't, and a lot of this is the demos coming out too.
There it is! That's the kind of stuff I was talking about. Arsenal coming in hot and heavy on the goalie and opening up a path.
Right here, Hoxter realizing that he was getting chased down, had to run to the back of his net and then attempt to save. I mean, he gets the demo, but it's after the goal, so obviously it doesn't even matter. Finally, though, the peeps are on the board. They have quite the hill to climb, though, and they're already starting to bump into each other. It's all falling apart for the peeps. I'm kidding. It really has. It's just one game.
Well, so far it's just one game. Let's see the form that Birds and Bees will stay on in the series.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolls onwards.
I was actually just about to say that.
Demolition onto Hoxter. Poor guy. Like, Arsenal really has it out for Hoxter here in the final few minutes of the game. Pass on to Arsenal. That's going to almost find the target.
Man.
Just comes off of the backboard there. Inches above the crossbar. And that shot, Gyro, a little too high. Can't find the gap there either. Arsenal has lots of space. Roldiz and Hawks are able to clear that out wide. The peeps should have scored that one, or they needed to score that one to stay in this game. And now it's going to be over. It's a 2-goal lead for Birds and Bees. No matter what happens now, they take home game 3. And it won't just be a forced reverse sweep yet.
So, I mean, the peeps did seem kind of all out of sorts. They were going for demos. It seems like they kind of got sucked into Birds and the Bees' game, if you will. Hoxer and Roldiz started to space out a little bit. When one went for demo, the other one kind of waited on the challenge. Kind of in general, they didn't do it all the time, but there was a lot of changing up of style. There was a lot of changing up in speed and how they attacked the ball. But every single time they did attack the ball, they attacked it smartly. The Peeps started playing reactionary instead of proactively, and they couldn't quite pull themselves out of that. So they got another game here. It's still, it is 2-1, so the Peeps still have the lead in the series at least. Something to kind of focus on and get out of their heads as the series rolls on. Game 4 gets started.
Let's see who's going to score first this time around. So far, whoever scored first won the game, and that's almost always my favorite statistic because it holds true surprisingly often, actually. You'd think that at some point it would break, but most of the time it actually pulls through, and Roldiz is going to be the one to score for Birds and Bees 21 seconds in.
Arsenal deciding to go up the wall in this, and he was trying to keep his speed up more than anything else, and Gyro just stuck in the corner on that particular play because he was making that challenge, obviously. And then I think it kind of looks like the Peeps have decided to chase after the ball. If one of them isn't going for a challenge, the other one will go for it. It's Gyro looking for the fake on Hoxer.
Oh,
that was one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen.
Creating a big mess in front of the blue goal. That pass is on good, straight onto Arsenal, but he manages to somehow not score that, and Hoxer immediately coming around. I think that was a good intervention. I'm not sure why Arsenal didn't score that. Hoxer, I think, took it away from him.
Yeah, pretty much. And then just kept control and kept it down the pitch. That's kind of all you need to do. And, Hoxer taking a lot of demos last game. But he also had a lot of goals. I think he had 2 of those goals at least. So I have a feeling that the Peeps trying to target Hoxer is not by accident. It's not just the fate of circumstance, if you will. They were trying to take away Birds and the Bees scorer. But in doing so, they put themselves out of position. And so they're going to have to make sure that they don't do that this time around. It's tough to do in 2s. You don't have any backup, remember, guys.
Look at Hoxer doing his best to set up everything here. And get another touch on the ball. Arsenal off of the backboard. Demolition onto Roldiz as Arsenal doesn't get the second touch. And now Gyro trying to stay in possession, but Hoxer comes in, just needs to cut it once, goes for the early flick, but Gyro saves it. For the time being, infield attempt from Hoxer straight onto Arsenal, blows him up. Now the time for revenge has come. Gyro, midfield. Hoxer just plays it past Arsenal. Look at how cool he did that. That was one of the coolest moves I've ever seen.
Hoxer here just pops it up just enough. Just barely. And then is able to stay with the ball. Ball slows down just a touch, and it's enough to throw it into the net. A 3-goal lead for Birds and Bees again as the Peeps falling apart. None of their strategies are working. They're kind of sinking into the trap of the Birds and the Bees this time around. Demo again.
Another demo, this time onto Roldiz, so Hoxer is not going to be blown up yet again. But 2 minutes in, it's a 3-goal lead for Birds and Bees. Gyro off of the ceiling, gets the pinch against the ground, but Hoxer straight on the spot where exactly when he needed to be. Able to get the save. 2 minutes and 50 now. Arsenal looking for the dribble. Gyro is keeping himself ready as a passing station in the mid. Gets it past Hoxer, straight onto Gyro. Waited a little too long for that play. And Rold is able to get the save. Hoxer goes up in another ball.
Oh, what a
this
dunk!
is Gyro who blew them up. And that's a good dunk. But can they actually put that in? No, they cannot. Arsenal completely out of boost. Couldn't follow that ball up into the air. It was a good bomb. They opened up a good amount of space, but ultimately weren't able to score it. We're now past half time. Gyro goes up in flames. And Birds and Bees are looking to hold on to their 3-goal lead here.
Arsenal didn't quite have the speed on that shot, so the counterattack begins. Starting to see some bumps come out instead of just straight demos from the Peeps. Obviously, Birds and the Bees have not stopped the savagery. That is not a good clear. Hoxer will put it away. 4-0. I don't think we expected this pass at all.
Yeah, I know I didn't expect it, but the demos are just coming out clutch for Birds and Bees right now. The Peeps are just kind of demoing to stay alive, while Birds and Bees are demoing at key points, striking surgically to open up lanes to the net, and it's just working out so beautifully for them
Oh my
At least so far. That's a beautiful passing play from Gyro and Arsenal. It's about time they got on the board.
It finally just comes together for him. Arsenal back over there for boost as he grabs the kickoff. Rold is trying to play that one out. Hoxer had no idea it was coming at him, and the way that it bounced kept a lot of speed on it. Less than 2 minutes here. The Peeps have their work cut out for him. Got to catch up as quick as possible.
Arsenal onto Hoxer. Hoxer looking for the pinch on the ground. Roldes is there for the follow-up. Hoxer just looking to stay there, block the path for the defenders, but ultimately Arsenal able to get the save there. And now Gyro off to Arsenal. Pass is good, straight on target, off the post. A little off on the accuracy there for the Peeps. That should have been a goal, especially in the situation they are in right now. Gyro looking to force the issue there, just stuff the ball through, just push forward. But ultimately ends up losing possession, and now Gyro 1v1 versus Roldes. Waits too long to the flick. Roldes comes in, that's an open net, still kills the ball. What a move from Roldes. And this is how you know this guy is an experienced once player. Look at the way he kills the ball right there.
Yeah, exactly. Puts himself into a great position, keeps advancing towards the side of the wall, and is able to wrap around the ball nicely. It also doesn't help the Peeps when they both double commit on a play. There was no way any of them could get back. Neither of them were heading back either. So, Arsenal trying to get aggressive on it, but you mentioned the situational aggression, and the Birds and the Bees so good at that. The Peeps, they are having a hard time with it for sure, as Rolded pops up for a shot here.
Oof. Close one. Arsenal save in the nick of time, but Hoxer's still on the ball. 45 seconds, I think this game is pretty much over, but at the very least, I think the Peeps will need another goal, at the very least, to remind themselves that they can indeed score, because it's been getting a little sparse in the past 2 games. You do see Arsenal put away another one.
Yeah, it took a nice little passing play here to try to force Hoxer to go back, realizing that it was a 2-on-1 situation. This could be the comeback. It's hard to tell, but like you mentioned, there isn't a whole lot of time. 3 goals in 35 seconds is a tough ask, really, for any team, as Hoxer pops up here. We might see it, though.
Arsenal versus Roldes. Oh, the save from Roldes on the goal line. And then Gyro. Important touch from Roldes to make sure that Gyro won't be able to put that one away. And now a breakaway opportunity. Roldes! Look at how cool that guy is.
Roldes advancing, just trying to get a little bit of boost, trying to receive a pass potentially. And then, like you said, a boop right off of the wingtip. That's all that was needed to redirect that one in the net. And like you mentioned, just straight cool from Roldes.
Yeah.
It's like,
man, oh man, I was just kind of expecting those pixelated sunglasses to come down into the picture from above as soon as he made that touch. It's gonna be a 7th goal. Hoxer is gonna get his 4th. Both Hoxer and Roldes have a hat trick in this. It's domination from Birds and Bees.
This has to be what happens when you chew 5 gum, right? 4 seconds left as Pash dies. Gyro is going to just kind of wait for time to elapse. And we have a tie series.
Oh my goodness, Ninja, what are you doing?
Game 7.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, good game from Birds and
okay
Bees. Good game. Good game,
okay?
indeed. I'm okay. I'm fine. Thank you. Just had a sip of water and now I'm fine. Yes, Birds and Bees. It's. I'm surprised because the Peeps looked so dominant in the the first 2 games, but then at the same time we were already praising Birds and Bees for how dominant the Peeps look. They barely conceded any goals, and it looks like they continued to not concede any goals. But on the flip side, they just kind of started taking apart the Peeps' defense. And now we're tied at 2 in the series. Game 5, Birds and Bees with a chance to take match point here. And Gyro, yet again, dropping out of the lobby here. I think we can, nothing has happened so far. It's still 10 seconds, and we can remake at this part, at this stage of the match. So, nothing happens here.
Yeah, I think this is probably a good time. The server showing some signs of oddity.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, right as the game started. So the players realizing what was going on, and of course asked for a remake. And like you said, nothing happened. Game had just started, no goals have been scored, first minute, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll just have to wait for the TOs to get in touch with the players and remake the server.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, Pash, it's been a little while since we've had an issue like this.
It has. Servers have been getting much better as the game has been rolling on, but yeah, sometimes there's still a couple of hiccups, but yeah, we're just gonna remake the lobby and get all the players back in, and then we can play game 5. But I'm pretty sure the peeps will be happy about this little break because Birds and Bees have built up so much momentum in the past 2 games, and the peeps were kind of at stages looking almost helpless in their defensive efforts.
Yeah, they kind of were, and a lot of that had to kind of come down to how they were attacking in general. They were seeing a lot of double commits. We're seeing a lot of just over committance on a lot of plays, and they're trying to be as aggressive as possible, sure, but at some point you have to back off a little bit. Go get some boost, reassess the situation. The ball's coming after, if the ball's coming at you, start to defend and get that clearance back to the other side. We weren't seeing that really at all. So, I mean, we'll have to see. There's going to have to be some adjustments made for sure. That said, both teams can make a couple of adjustments and start tripping each other up too. So it's all in what makes Rocket League interesting.
Yeah, I would love to be able to listen in on the peeps' comms right now, especially in this break. What are they talking about? Sorry?
Not live on stream, because that could be awkward.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think we have that set up anyway. I'm just saying I would be so curious to hear what they're talking about right now, especially during the course of this break, because Birds and Bees, they did quite a number on them, 7-2. That's a statement, and you're gonna need to have an honest chat with one another after a defeat like that if you want to have a chance at reclaiming your title, because they are the previous champions with Plot Twist obviously being the reigning champions in 2v2 currently, right. Yeah. But peeps will be looking to get that title back, and the way things are going right now, it's not looking good for them.
For now.
Yeah.
Still a little bit of time in the series left, and it's going to come down to how the peeps are going to execute these next couple of games. They do need 2 more. Obviously, the series tied 2-2, but Birds and the Bees have been challenging well. They're trying to keep control of the ball more than anything else, and then when a goal presents itself, they put it on target. Straight up. It sounds so simple, but you can see the mechanical ability of all 4 of these players make it very much more complicated.
Well, this is the first time in the series we've entered a second minute without a goal on the board. So that might already be good for the peeps.
It's like the Twilight Zone, man. It's weird, man.
It's enough, Ninja. That's enough. That.
You know what? I'm not sorry.
But it's still enough, though. Gyro off the backboard. There's the save coming in from Hoxer. Or not even a save, just preventing Gyro from getting a second touch. Rolled is with the infield pass. Hoxer gets the second touch. Crazy angle, and that's Birds and Bees on the board first yet again.
Let's see here. Does he hit Supersonic? No, he didn't need to, but it was still so fast. Hard to read there by the peeps. Hoxer just coming in hot and heavy. Not giving anyone time to breathe, including himself, apparently.
Well, you gotta make it fast. Fast like Snanik. Birds and Bees rolls up the backboard. Hoxer gets it past 2. Oh, that's a good one. Comes off of the backboard. Rolled is gonna try to bottle that up. No one hits it. No one hits it. Everyone just whiffs it. That's a 1v1 between Gyro and Roldiz, and then to make things unfair, Arsenal joins in as well in the midfield, ready as a passing station. Well played.
Gyro just didn't have a whole lot of boost to play with, but he positioned the car perfectly as Hoxer was panicking, trying to get the clearance. Sets up the pass, and Arsenal realizing what was going on early. It's just well played, well executed there by the peeps.
Now here comes Gyro, gets the ball on top of him off of the ceiling. Nice ball control, follow-up shot from Arsenal. Will find the net here as well, near post. And that's how fast to get a lead here for the Peeps.
Same story, different location on this. It's Gyro just kind of lobbing it up. Roldis had to react quickly. And on the pop-up, of course, Gyro just reading it perfectly. The Peeps keeping themselves calm, cool, and collected, even though they lost the last 2 games. This is what makes them high-level players, top of the line.
Gyro with another push forward. Halftime, they are in the lead right now. Gyro, good pass onto him. Hoxer has this one under control for the time being. Can he get a fast enough touch? Yes, he can indeed. He ties it right back up, and it looks like we're back to Shootout City.
It's honestly just a breakdown by the Peeps. They're not quite connected as a team right now. Birds and the Bees just seem to have their number more than anything else as we are about to hit halftime. And the Peeps, you know, they're advancing a little bit too far forward on the play. They're doing this. It's just a couple of little things here and there, and it's really starting to bite them hard.
Oh, great shot from Roldis. I'm not sure Hoxer was really needed there, but ultimately he did end up securing that shot. Yeah, no, that would have gone in. But still, a good touch from Hoxer. Good touch from Roldis, scored that goal in the first place, and Birds and Bees are back in the lead, but the Peeps, they haven't taken long to respond at all in Game 6, and they need to keep doing that.
Give it just a little bit of insurance more than anything else.
Hoxer off in the corner. Ball bounces back down. Arsenal struggling to get a touch on that ball. Bumps into Roldis. Important touch right there. Good save from Gyro. Straight onto Hoxer, and Arsenal gets the follow-up save as well. Haven't seen a 2-goal lead in this game yet. I'm sure the Peeps will be looking to keep it that way too. Demolition onto Hoxer. And Gyro looking to slow the play down, but ends up handing the ball to Roldis, and now he's going to try to set something up for Hoxer, who comes in from behind, waits in the wings like a predator in the prowl.
Oh,
1v1 situation against Gyro from Roldis. Arsenal coming in as well, throwing himself into the fray. Minute and 20 seconds still remaining. Hoxer gets it above Gyro. Roldis versus Arsenal gets a good touch. Hoxer gets a better one. Gyro gets the save. Coming in from the side, clearing it off of the goal line, but the pressure is still on from Birds and Bees, and there is a block from Roldis, and that'll get them the 2-goal lead.
Arsenal right here needed to get a clearance more than anything else. He jumps off the wall. It's just such a weak touch. There was no power on it at all. Roldis was there. It's more or less just in case, but the fact that he was there gave him that goal, and now, like you mentioned, that 2-goal lead here, less or just over a minute left. And there's still potential, but it just seems like the Birds and the Bees have the Peeps figured out more than anything else. As Arsenal comes off the wall. Oof. Oh, boy.
Oh, Gyro.
Oh, that needed to go in.
Up high again off the backboard. Hoxer with an important touch. Gets the save, and now Roldis wants to turn this one around. Has plenty of boost. Arsenal will get to the ball first, though. I'll go out on a limb and say the Peeps need a goal within the next 10 seconds or this game is over. And Birds and Bees will have them on match point. Here's the chance, though, and there it is! Arsenal gets back to within 1.
I mean, well called. Let's face it, Arsenal able to recover well after the bump from Hoxer. Roldis trying to read that play, had no idea that the play was even coming out that way. And now the Peeps just a little bit closer. One more game, or one more goal, I should say, puts them within match point.
We've got 23 seconds to do it, but right now Roldis is the one on the ball. Good save from Arsenal, puts it out wide. Arsenal follows it up as well. Not quite on target. Hoxer deflects it into the corner. Arsenal waiting. He's looking for that angled shot. Oh, puts it against the goalpost. And the block coming out from Hoxer. Demolition onto Hoxer. But Roldis is on the ball. Gyro looking to take it away from him. It's still on the ground. They need to put it up. It rolls up the ramp. And Gyro,
oh, man.
There in time. And Birds and Bees, they win with 1 goal advantage. And they take game 5. And now they're on match point in game 6.
Oh boy. I mean, the Peeps are all over the place right now. They're double committing like crazy and completely at the wrong times. They're trying to play as aggressive as possible. The problem is that they're going over aggressive, and the only thing that Hoxer and Roldes need to do is kind of just chill. Let the ball come to them, and they realized that after game 1, and ever since, it's been quite effective. Winning the last 3 games, or 3 matches, I should say. They only need 1 more.
Certainly do, but the Peeps can take this one to game 7. They just need to get that one goal that eluded them more than once in this series. Right here on Urban Central. Game 6 is underway. Roldes, immediate shot on target. Arsenal saves that off into the corner. Arsenal wallows it up as well. Gets it past Hoxer, gets a touch on it. Off the sidewall, Roldes. Straight onto Hoxer, doesn't quite get the touch. The demo from Arsenal onto Hoxer. It looks like we're back to doing that, apparently. Gyro versus Hoxer, off in the corner. Gyro can't follow the ball up, and Roldes will get the clear. Good bump onto Roldes, but Hoxer just tags out for him on the goal line, and no one's in position to turn that into a potent shot on target. The Peeps with some early aggression. Good ideas as well, but so far, not really coordinated enough to put anything dangerous on that blue net.
And surprisingly, no recorded shots in all of that. Which is odd, but we're starting to see a little bit more control from the Peeps. It seems like they are focusing on that more than anything else, and it's forcing Birds and the Bees to back off just a touch. They're definitely not playing as aggressive as before. I wonder if it's the crowd. There is no crowd here, and the crowd of DFH and Manfield can get a little rowdy sometimes, and maybe it's just getting in their head.
I kind of doubt that is the case, no. But at any case, ball is in the corner right now. Hoxer has been blown up twice in this game already. Gyro bumping into him, but he should have went for the ball instead as Roldes has an open shot.
Both Arsenal and Gyro going for the ball here. Arsenal should not have gone for that ball at all. I completely disagree with the play. Probably should have wrapped around and started defending the net as best as he could and send that one behind everyone into the corner it just came out of. But Arsenal, there's some urgency here from the Peeps. I think they realize that they need to be attacking that ball at all times, but they're trying to rotate, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Instead of allowing a player to take a little bit of control on it, they're just trying to clear it, get the long ball going. And sometimes, the short ball would definitely be the way to go, as Gyro trying to do just that.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. If you can't get past the goalie, just push the ball into the goalie, and both of them ultimately into the net.
That's how it works in the World Cup, right? No?
I think that's kind of illegal in the World Cup.
But America?
Maybe in like the American version of football, but even then, I think that's called a safety. Isn't that called a safety? I'm not sure.
Yeah, totally. I don't know.
Okay, well, as it stands, this isn't football. This isn't American football either. This is Rocket League, and we're 2 minutes in, 1 goal apiece. Good save from Hoxer. And Arsenal off of the ceiling. We'll get a second touch. Puts it a little wide. Won't be able to follow it up all by himself, and Gyro had already rotated back, waiting for the attack from Birds and Bees, and that was a good shot right there. And an even better call from the Peeps to do exactly that. Push forward off the backboard. Gyro's ready for the second touch. Man. Misses it. Arsenal making sure that Hoxer can't get to that ball, but how he just rolls around and Roldes passes the ball onto him. That was such a great play. Hoxer was under so much pressure, but still he managed to pick up that ball just beautifully.
Arsenal and Hoxer were actually tangled up with each other, and Hoxer able to get away. It looked like Arsenal actually backed off and tried to cut the corner just a touch, and that wasn't enough. Hoxer just kept his speed up, got in front of that ball, made sure the pass was good, and they take the lead here at halftime. Birds and Bees trying to close out the series here in Game 6.
And they can do it if they can hold on to this 1-goal lead for another 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and that is such a dirty touch from Arsenal. A slow floater into the net. Ties the game right back up.
Gyro getting that demo, also helps. And he tried to get a bump on a Roldes, who then had to dodge. And Arsenal coming in, just following the ball, not even paying attention to anything, and places it perfectly. Well done. Close Game 6, guys.
Well, Game 5 is already close enough. So it's looking like they are just going to continue that trend, it seems. As Roldes scores another one, takes the lead right back for Birds and Bees.
Gyro right here, he was collecting some boosts, just trying to figure out what Roldiz was going to do with this. I just completely misread it. Looks like a bit of a Fields backflip at the same time. All right, so Birds and Bees taking the lead. And I have no clue what's going to happen next. I don't think anybody can predict it.
How long is it going to take for Arsenal and Gyro to take this lead back? They've done it time and time again.
Yeah.
It just seemed a very similar Game 5, right down to almost the 2-goal lead there from Birds and Bees. Last time they only were able to catch up to 1, so their prime directive in game number 6 should be to not allow a 2-goal lead to form in the first place. But Birds and Bees are not going to make it easy for them. Minute and 30 seconds just about on the clock. 90 seconds. They've still got 1 goal to catch up to. That is very doable. They do not want that to turn into 2. Arsenal now in the corner. Roldiz with a good block. Gyro forced to go back. He's all out of boost. Picks up the corner boost on his own half of the field. Hoxer going to look to block that clear. Does it. Gyro blowing up Roldiz. Hoxer plays it a little short, and now Gyro, he's 1v1 against Roldiz. Flicks it up into the air. Arsenal's going to try to follow this one up. Puts it against the crossbar. Follow-up from Gyro is going to find the net, though, and we're tied at 3 with a minute and 4.
Yeah, Roldiz just completely spaced himself out there. Hoxer, that was actually a really cool block. It's just that the recovery wasn't very good, and Gyro right there to attack. That right there is the time to double commit. More than anything else, right there. And, you know, the Peeps, they're not afraid of double committance for sure. But like I mentioned before, they have to pick their timing, and that right there is the correct time. Make sure that ball goes in.
50 seconds away from overtime. It would only be the second one in the series after game number 1. Either that, or we're going to see another goal and a potential victor of the series. Or a victor of game 6, followed by a game 7. As it stands, 30 seconds of regulation time are left. Roldiz is blown up in the corner. Hoxer has the ball played above him. Roldiz respawns, throws himself straight up front. Clear is blocked by Arsenal, put on target by by Hoxer. Gyro will get the save here, but look at the pressure coming out from Birds and Bees. And the Peeps are going to have to be careful here, because that kind of situation is where Birds and Bees have scored from time and time again. The Peeps struggling to clear the ball away from their own half. Long-range shot from Arsenal, double commit from Hoxer and Roldiz. Will the Peeps be able to capitalize on it? No, they will not. Important touch from Hoxer, and Hoxer is going to try to follow this one up. He's going to be able to dribble that one into the net. What a counter play from Birds and Bees. This isn't going to overtime. This isn't going to game 7, but Birds and Bees, they are sure going to the grand final.
That 0-second time frame lasted absolutely forever. And Birds and the Bees able to secure their berth in the grand finals. Well done. I mean, that was a tough fight. I mean, the Peeps put up quite the fight indeed, but Birds and Bees definitely had their number today. Man, oh, I got chills. I guess Roldiz doesn't need Sipical. He's got his teammate in Hoxer. Much as I love, I love watching Roldiz.
Teammates, so
well, you know, well, yeah, but I love watching Roldiz and Hoxer and Sipical play. They're fantastic together. They can change up everything all at once in the middle of a series, in the middle of a game. But with Hoxer apparently was available tonight, or whatever the deal was, and I think these two together are definitely a force to be reckoned with. And if I don't even really think they need to clean up a whole lot. I wouldn't say they played perfect Rocket League, but the usual mistakes here and there. But honestly, we definitely have a final. We have an Astronauts team.
Yeah,
here.
We certainly do. And what a way that was to finish off the series. Beautiful dribble goal, 0-second there as well. So props to Birds and Bees for putting up a good fight and actually beating the Peeps, who are our previous champions. Not the reigning ones, but the ones before that. And that means we will have fresh blood in the grand final tonight. It is going to be Birds and Bees versus our reigning champions in the form of Plot Twist. Mektos and Taroko, they've already won 3 2v2 tournaments this year alone. That is all of them except for one. The team that won that one has just been knocked out by the team that is looking to win this one. Will they be able to do it? Grand final, plot twist versus birds and bees. This is for the money. This is for the throne. This is for the flair. And we'll be right back after this message from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. The grand final is about to begin.
We're cranking up the temperature. Brace yourselves. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Welcome back to the Astronauts Rocket League 2v2 tournament powered by Team Beyond and Astro Gaming. My name's Tapash. Joining me is Ninja Rider. This is it, the grand final of tonight. This is where the champions are decided, and it's going to be between our reigning champions in the form of Plot Twist and a team that hasn't made the 2v2 final before, Birds and Bees, Roldiz and Hoxer versus Explosive Gyro and Arsenal Ninja. What are your thoughts?
Well, Plot Twist sitting third in RLRS, and Birds and Bees going into the promotional tournament. They did win RLRS, so that they look strong as a 2v2. Plot Twist definitely going to have their hands full, but Plot Twist has been looking good tonight. It can go either way, in my opinion. Mektos and Taroko definitely have a ton of experience here. I kind of got to go with my boys, though. I mean, Mektos and Taroko, you got to go with them.
Okay, well, time will tell whether you will end up on the right side or not, but as it stands, I think Birds and Bees will have what it takes. They looked so strong.
Cast it rivalry,
they really got into their element in the second semifinal, so I think they're not going to make it easy for Plot Twist. At the very least, this might go the distance, but ultimately I think Birds and Bees will just have that little extra something, especially because they will be looking to defeat the reigning champions. They'll be looking to take home the $800 prize. That's $400 a piece on a two-man team. And look at the early aggression they're already putting up onto the target. Hoxer and Roldiz. Roldiz in the corner right now. Both of them on the same side, so no infield passing opportunities. They'll be looking to change that as soon as possible, as Mektos will push forward. Ball's in the corner right now, and Taroko looking for the angle. Hoxer saves the ball off into the other corner. It's on the sidewall right now. Roldiz back onto blue. Taroko picks up on it. Pass on to Mektos. That played nicely. Goes wide on the shot, though. And now Taroko's still in the corner. Bounces off the backboard. Mektos contesting that ball against Roldiz, but Roldiz winning out on that 50-50. Both teams now having had their fair share of chances. No ball finding the net yet. Another pass onto Mektos. That could have gotten really dangerous right there.
I mean, it could happen. That's the thing. They're going to have to get these passes in order.
Oh, Hoxer!
Oh, man.
What a fantastic dribble.
This is well done here by Hoxer, indeed. Just keeping control of the ball. Fakes out Taroko. Hard to do in and of itself. And it's just a simple roll. It didn't go with anything crazy. Mektos trying to read the play as fast as possible. He did get a piece of that. So he's right there. You can't really beat yourself up too much for that. Sometimes stuff gets through, and that's one of them is Mektos. Hoxer! Get to it, Mektos right there.
Bad luck there for Hoxer. He gets the save, but it bounces straight back where Mektos is already waiting to just give it a slight shove. Make it go across the line. Good shot from Mektos to get the entire situation started in the first place, though. That was indeed long range and almost on target.
And we've seen that before from Plot Twist. They can get those long-range touches and really just put a ton of pressure on the net. There may not be a whole ton of pressure on the players, but just being able to move that ball towards the opposite net at any point in time is such a useful skill to have, especially in twos, and it forces Birds and Bees to kind of back off a little bit.
Roldiz interfering in Mektos' play there. Mektos, in his anger, blows up Hoxer. He is really... Man, I have lost count of how many times he's already been demolished tonight. Everyone seems to just have it out for him, but Hoxer seems to have it out for the goal here as well. Oh no, that's a big miss from Roldiz, and that's an open net. Roldiz really should have touched that ball.
Yeah, he really just needed to get there. Roldiz not playing far enough back on that play. I mean, Hoxer did put a lot of speed on that one, and if it would have went in top shelf, it would have been fine, or even just bounced off the crossbar, but it's hit squarely on the backboard, and straight up, that's how it goes. Plot Twist will take advantage of that for sure.
Mektos midair, Hoxer. Roldiz with a long-range shot. Taroko actually not that good on the clear. Roldiz got a second touch on that one. And now Hoxer puts it wide into the corner. Mektos immediately interfering in that play. Taroko looking to back pass it straight back. Ends up going for the second touch himself. Gets it in front of the net. Hoxer making sure that Taroko won't be able to bump him. Mektos gets blown up by Roldiz, but Taroko, important intervention. Hoxer still ready as a passing station, though.
Again.
And again, such a great pass.
the accuracy on passes right here. Hoxer just taking on Taroko. Taroko, that's not exactly where he wanted it to go. He wanted it to move forward. And Taroko ended up having to chase that thing down, could not get any touch on it. Mektos attempting the save, but those lightning quick pass plays that Birds and Bees can put together, even as a 2 squad, are absolutely fantastic. So hard to defend.
Past halftime, and we're tied at 2. The series is looking to be close. Off the backboard. World is looking for the gap. Won't quite find it just yet. And Taroko loses control of the ball. Couldn't have happened in a worse position. Roldes takes the shot he was granted and puts it away.
And Roldes just kind of lurking, just trying to read the play. Taroko losing control. Mektos, no time to react on it either. He was close, don't get me wrong, but it's just not quite close enough.
So, it's a 1-goal lead for Birds and Bees, but those haven't been very long living in the series so far.
But you can see Plot Twist, they're not able to really put together those passing plays that Birds and Bees can do, on a whim. They kind of missing on the accuracy of the passes and the timing, when to do those passes, not quite there. And evidence right there of that demo coming through as Mektos gets a save.
Certainly does. Taroko in the corner now, looking to leave that to Mektos. As Hoxer and Roldes both in the same corner. Mektos goes for the long flick. Picks up the ball by himself. Roldes, seamless handoff to Hoxer. Now it's Hoxer versus Taroko mid-air. Hoxer actually gets past him, but is out of boots. Can't reposition himself off of that play. Roldes another push forward. Hoxer right in front of the net. Taroko with a fantastic save. Gets credited twice there. And a long-range clear. Gaining some space for Plot Twist. Mektos still has his flip. Gets it, uses it right away, puts it right in front of the net for Taroko, and what a setup that was.
Yeah, Mektos.
Look at this.
Yeah, Mektos using the flip wisely. Kind of faking out Roldes. Hoxer totally thought that Roldes had a clear or at least a stop on that play. So Hoxer, the only thing he could do at that point was watch that ball go in and tie the game up at 3.
And tied at 3 we are in game 1, just 50 seconds away from the final whistle. Hoxer pushes it forward, left-hand corner of the blue pitch. Taroko taking his time there. Game is tied up, so time is something that he does have if he wants this to go to overtime. As it is anyone's game right now, I'm pretty sure none of those teams will be happy with overtime. Oh, and Taroko is going to have to watch out here. I think that's straight onto Roldes, spikes it onto his car. Make it bounce off far. 10 seconds remaining. Mektos, is he going to be able to put this one away? No! The save comes out from Roldes. Taroko trying to get in position, bounces it off of the side wall, tries to center it, puts it onto Mektos. He's in front of the net, bumps the goalie out of the way, but the ball touches the ground, and that was so close for Plot Twist.
Birds and Bees realizing what was happening there at that last push by Plot Twist, knowing that a bump was going to come out. It's Plot Twist's kind of MO. They have to expect that. And Hoxer had the wherewithal to go in for the save, got it, forced the overtime.
Taroko is on the ball right now. Solid ball control, plays out to Hoxer. But not Roldes. Roldes is, Taroko beats Roldes to the ball right there. Up the side wall, Roldes off of the ceiling. Hoxer is ready on the ground, picks up the side boost. Mektos just launches one on target. Hail Mary attempt. Hoxer able to get there in time. Puts it past Mektos here, but he will have control of that ball. Roldes is looking to shadow his options there. Shadow his angles. Off the side wall. Shot on target from Taroko. Hoxer gets up in time, saves it before it gets too dangerous. No, Hoxer winning this 50-50 against Mektos. Can he get the ball moving fast enough?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Just does get a touch on it. Roldes kills it in front of the net, but he was wrongly positioned towards that ball. Demolition onto Roldes. Important touch by Hoxer. Even if he loses the second touch to Taroko. That was enough time for Roldes to respawn. Minute and 20 seconds into overtime now. And still, no goal scored just yet. Here comes it off the backboard, and Roldes finds the follow-up. One momentary lapse in defense. And plot twist, drop down a game.
But Mektos on the huge miss right there, and Hoxer just beelines for Taroko, forces Taroko to jump, and then try to read that, whatever Roldiz was going to do, and Roldiz just puts it towards the net. Hoxer making it easy for his teammate to get the overtime goal, and Birds and Bees take game one. Well, I mean, it was a battle. Don't get me wrong. That definitely was not easy.
Oh, easy it definitely wasn't. But Birds and Bees, they have potential. And it was a close game, but honestly, the games against the Peeps were also close. I think what pushed Birds and Bees over the edge is that they just had that little extra bit of composure.
Yeah.
And they know they're going to play in the
Same
promotion tournament. They know that they have a very real chance at playing at the top of the scene in the next season.
It's just
I'm
flat
pretty sure their
confidence.
nerves have been through all the ringers in the world already.
You know, their nerves are probably fried to a deep bacon crisp.
And Taroko wants to start things off straight away here with a goal. Roldiz gets the save. Hoxer looking for the angle. Oh, what
my
a touch
God,
from Taroko.
what?
That's going to be a breakaway straight into the net. And that's something that we haven't seen from Taroko in quite a while, actually.
It's been a little while, but he just found the angle perfectly there. That's an instinctual touch. That's extremely tough to practice. Obviously, he's just trying to move it down the field in general, but being able to position the car in such a way to make that happen, very, very tough, and a well-done goal by Taroko to get that early lead. Birds and Bees, they haven't been able to come back yet tonight, I don't think. And now's their time.
Ooh, good demo. That's going to open up a long angle, and the bump from Mektos coming on as well. That'll allow Plot Twist to take second goal.
Roldiz trying to recover, get a little bit of boost in him. Goes for the jump. Yeah, Mektos does get a piece of him, barely, and just enough to throw Roldiz off kilter. Got a touch on it, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, and if the bump hadn't come in, then I'm pretty sure that would have been a save. Because despite the bump, he still got a touch on it. Hoxer looking to score this kickoff goal. Comes off of the backboard. Mektos making sure that Roldiz won't have an open lane off of the corner. Looking for the second touch. Can't make it happen. Ball's in the corner now. And Taroko looking for the pass on to Mektos. Gets it past the midfield line. Ball's in the orange half right now. Mektos gets it right in front of the net. Hoxer shuts that space close. Midfield scuffle now between Taroko and both members of Birds and Bees. Mektos pushing it forward, a little too far forward. Good block onto Hoxer's attempt to push on through the sidelines. Roldiz into the midfield. Good touch by Mektos. Keeps Hoxer away for the time being. Hoxer finds an opening, but Taroko covers it just in time. Another angled shot. Mektos, he had to make one save. Gets the second one as well off of the backboard. Phenomenal defense from Mektos.
Oh, huge!
Oh, but the ball is open in front of the net. He can't put it away. He cannot put it away. He puts it against the crossbar. Net doesn't get any more open than that.
And then Mektos couldn't convert that at all. Hoxer kept the pressure alive. It's an open net.
Taroko.
Oh man, Birds and Bees had a beautiful chance on the other end of the pitch, and Roldiz just couldn't get control on that. Hoxer thought he had a lot more time to maybe get some boost or just advance on the play. And of course, Taroko right there with the hat trick.
Hat trick for Taroko. 3 minutes left on the clock. Plot Twist looking to get their game right back. But still, there is plenty of time. It's just that Birds and Bees have been getting a little overconfident, it seems, because many of Plot Twist's goals have happened long range and on the counter. There's the demo onto Mektos from Hoxer. Swift clear coming out, and now Roldiz looking for Hoxer. Moves back into the midfield. Hoxer picks it up on the sidelines. Roldiz just on his way back. Mid-rotation, so Hoxer's going to have to play this slow until Roldiz can get back into position. Puts it off the crossbar yet again. Back to, especially, the backboard, not the crossbar. Ooh. And Mektos puts it a little wide. Just intended to go into the corner. Pretty sure that it was not intended to be a shot on target. Hoxer drives it up the side wall. Ball Actually lets it come down onto the ground before he goes for the shot. Taroko has the backboard covered for the time being. Good ball control from him, pushes it forward. Demolition, but he can't prevent Mektos, and rolled is just on the wrong spot in front of the net. 4-0 now to Plot Twist.
I mean, it's a good job there by Taroko to get that one out. Hoxer getting the demo on this, and Roldis just could not predict that bounce at all. Mektos just staying with it, trying to confuse the defense. A 4-goal lead. Oh, God, Plot Twist starting to open it up.
Mektos pops it up, wants another goal, looking to bump Roldis out of the way. We've seen Mektos do that time and time again. Can't get the bump, so he gets the demo. This time onto Hoxer. Roldis has the shot deflected off into the corner. It's on the side wall right now. Another push forward from Plot Twist. Time is running low here for Birds and Bees. Another push forward. Hoxer gets the touch. No goal opportunity there. Good pitch against the ground from Mektos. Hoxer wasn't the right spot to save that.
The RHL would
Didn't even have to
approve of
move
that
too
pitch
much.
for sure.
Oh yeah, certainly would have been. That would have been a fast goal.
God.
Demo onto Mektos. Taroko still on the ball. Looking for the 1v1 against Hoxer. Puts it into the corner. Roda's shadowing him in the meanwhile. Looking for the long range clear off the side wall. 1 minute remaining. 4-goal deficit, I think. That Plot Twist will draw even in this series.
I mean, well, Birds and Bees just seem like they're kind of all over the place. They're not challenging the ball as quickly as they used to. The shadowing, not shadowing each other like they used to. And that seems to be the way that they like to play. And, you know, Plot Twist is kind of turning the screws to them. They're punishing them when they do that. Like right there, Mektos nearly got it away at that particular juncture. But with 30 seconds left, Birds and Bees, I think it's time to just loosen up. Maybe go for something wild and fancy.
I mean, at this point, it's 100% too late. I don't think they'll score 4 in 13 seconds. So
right.
it's going to have to be the following games in the series. For the time being, Plot Twist tie the series up. It's 1 game apiece as we move into Game 3. So no sweeps going to happen in the grand final. But then again, who expected a sweep to happen in the grand final? These are two teams that are playing on the highest level, that are experienced in 2v2s and 3v3s especially, but especially 2v2s in the form of Mektos and Taroko. They've played together so often in these Astronaut 2v2 tournaments already. Hoxter and Roldiz, we've talked about him. He is a no-name in the 2v2 circuit. Hoxter coming in for the first time in Astronauts, but I'm pretty sure they've played together in other places already. So,
of course.
This was going to be a close final from the very get-go.
And I think it's really going to come down to this game. This one should be the decider. Whoever wins this, in my opinion, is probably going to take the series. This game alone, by itself.
Well, we're going to see whether you're going to be right on your money with your prediction. As it stands, Hawks are looking for the first attack here. Taroko gets the block. Off in the corner. Wallace right centered back. Hawks are going to have to be careful here.
Yeah.
Set something up for Taroko. He thought he had a lot more time than he actually did.
You got to listen for those car sounds. I think sometimes players just get a little bit too wrapped up and forget that you can hear cars next to you. And you know, Taroko might be using a bit of a quiet car sound, but either way, you can hear it. Taroko, don't challenge my Hawkster on that junction. See, you got to touch the ball right there instead of going for the demo. Yeah.
That is true. Demo didn't really help in that situation. Touching the ball and making it go towards net, that would have helped. But as it stands, first minute passes, no goals have been scored by either team just yet. What in the world was Taroko? How the heck did you do that?
All right, so Taroko right here is just kind of battling Roldiz, just picking up little boost pads here and there. Hawkster kind of got in the way. He actually got ahead of the play a little bit. So
that came out of nowhere.
Well, he had to back it off just a touch, and Taroko, his teammate just had all of the possession the whole time. There wasn't really a whole ton of challenging coming from Birds and Bees, but now off a kickoff, just wide.
Goes wide on Hawkster. I mean, that wasn't even that impressive of a shot. It just came kind of completely out of nowhere, at least from my perspective. So I was a little surprised, but as it stands, 1-goal lead for Plot Twist. Roll is in the corner. Back onto the middle. Roll is trying to stay on top of that ball. Hawks are keeping it on blue for the time being. Wishes to keep the pressure in the final third. established and running. Mektos crosses to the other sideline. Follows it up. Still has plenty of boost. Long range clear from Hoxer. That's actually going to be off the backboard. And Roldiz looking to set something up. No, actually goes straight for target, which Chiroko had covered. In that situation, going for the pass would probably have been a better choice. Hoxer trying to fake, but
There it is.
Mektos just plays it slow and steady and patient.
Oh my god.
And
Oh, what a
Mektos,
dunk.
a little too fast. Gets the demo onto Hoxer. This might just be the space that he opened up for Roldiz, though. No. Doesn't get the second touch, ran out of boost mid-aerial.
Toroko has kind of taken the... Uh-oh.
Oh! Almost an own goal. Second touch
What?
is saved by Mektos. I do not know
What?
how he recovered that quickly, but we almost saw the third own goal of the day for Plot Twist.
Oh my god, Mektos, you monster! You're a straight animal!
Oh, Mektos fakes out one. Roll is the last one for him. Tries to go for the bump. Oh, Roll is! He gets the save! Puts it off of the backboard somehow. Crazy stuff. Mektos was trying to go for the bump there. I think the fact that he didn't get the bump. Another save from Mektos. Gonna try to save Roll is a shot as well, but that one's finally gonna find the net. We're tied at one man. Oh, man.
Oh man, you would think that... You would think Birds and Bees would have the lead after that crazy exchange. Mektos on the crazy goal line saves, but not that time. Okay, Roldiz has got to breathe a sigh of relief because he's got a goal on the board now. And Hoxer feeling a little bit more confident in what he can do as far as demos and things like that, because he's been an absolute savage when it comes to said things. But they're not out of the woods yet as Mektos starts attacking.
Not just yet, indeed. Hoxer just stuffs it past all defenders. No chance.
Right here, just takes control. Roldiz is center, just in case. Mektos couldn't get anything on it, and Toroko, the only thing he could do at that point was just that. Try to wrap the car around and maybe hit the ball with a nose, send it to an open space, hopefully not in the net, but he just challenged too late, couldn't get turned around, and there you go. Birds and Bees take the lead.
Certainly do. Minute and 35 left on the clock to tie things up here. Rolled a shot on target.
Oh my
What shot that
god.
was.
Birds and Bees giving Plot Twist the Plot Twist treatment right there. Hoxer threatening Toroko with a bump, shutting down the saving lane. We don't talk about that too much, but right there, all Hoxer had to do was just be there. That's all he needed to do. That's mind games.
2-goal lead now for Birds and Bees. A 2-goal lead might just be what they need. Good save from Hoxer. Off to the side wall. Gets it past Mektos. Toroko is there
On target.
as the trailer, though. Infield pass blocked by Roldiz. Vatos doing their best to try and find a gap in that Birds and Bees defense, but so far not quite successful at doing so. Mektos, now he might have a shot, but Roldiz immediately back on the rotation, and the transitional play from Birds and Bees has been nothing but impeccable, especially in this game 3. It's been helping them out time and time again. Mektos versus Hoxer. Gets it past him. Here comes Toroko. He has an open net, and they get back to within one.
The classic Plot Twist play right here. Mektos actually going around the ball, bumping Hoxer out of the way, and of course Toroko backs him up. We've seen them do that time and time again, but I don't think we've seen them do it like that quite in that fashion. Usually you see that on the goal line or through an air dribble or something like that. But a nice little ground dribble like that was well done, very well executed, and well communicated by both players. Notes, I can just hear the notes being taken by chat so that they can try to do that in ranked.
30 seconds left. Well, now it's just 20. The push from Birds and Bees. Watchwist need one more to win this game. It was a good goal, but they can't rest on their laurels and not on their yannies either. The ball is pushed, comes off the backboard. That's going to be almost a goal from Hoxer, and Toroko, he's going to have to push this one through down Main Street. Nope. Hoxer says, I'm not going to let you do that. Touches the ground, and we are into game 4 with a 2-game lead. With with a 1-game lead
One-game lead,
at
yeah.
2-1 for Birds and Bees.
Birds and Bees they played solid. They didn't allow Plot Twist to get in their heads at all. Plot Twist trying to do the bump plays that they usually do, things like that. Instead, Birds and Bees started to do the same thing to them. And I think it took Plot Twist by surprise a little bit. They weren't quite expecting that. That said, Birds and Bees just kind of executed a little bit better on the offense. They had some great defensive moments, granted some hype defense moments on Plot Twist, but that's the thing. You can't have a whole ton of hype moments because they're not guaranteed. Yes, they got kind of lucky a couple of times, but can't rely on that. And you have to start getting out there and making the situations happen for you on offense. Plot Twist have a little bit of work to do here, but Birds and Bees have got to be riding high.
Game number 4. Opportunity for Birds and Bees to take match point, but last time they were up by 1. Plot Twist quickly tied the series up, so that might just be what happens again. Then again, you said that whoever wins Game 3 is going to be a strong favorite to win the entire series, so Birds and Bees will be looking to prove you right on log.
Oh my
from
God.
Roldis. That was amazing.
Okay, for anyone who likes to play Snow Day, do that with the puck and see what happens. Because it'll suddenly turn in to like 120 mile an hour like slap shot. That's exactly what that was right there. Well done by Roldiz. It's Mekdos looking for the bump.
Oh.
Not going to work this time.
Yeah, he was looking for it. Hawkster playing some solid ball control here, looking for the bump onto Chiroko. Not going to get that either. It bounces off of the ceiling. Roldis hits the crossbar on the follow-up. Hawkster bumping Chiroko out of the way, and now he's going to have to watch out. Buy some time for Roldis to come in from the side and bump Chiroko out of the way as Plot Twist are looking to mount an offense here, mount a counter. But Birds and Bees early on the disruptions, lots of bumps to prevent those plays from coming out. That means they have slowed the game down considerably.
And slowed it down in their favor as well. I mean, Birds and Bees have not allowed Plot Twist to get their game on.
Oh
my God.
Goodness. Mektos, how the hell? But he gets the second touch there as well. Man, that first one, so close. How does he do it?
I mean, he's got to practice that in free play, right? Obviously. He does it so much. Weird shots like that, they come from out of nowhere, and the opposing team usually lets it go because it doesn't look like it's going in, and then suddenly it just falls out of the air. That time, just a little too much mustard on the hot dog for sure.
Oh.
Mekdos pops this one up. It's not going to happen this time.
Roldis picks it up off the ceiling. No boost to go on. Hawkster coming in. Roldis has got to rotate back now. He does. Picks up the corner boost. Mektos gives him enough time to do so, and then get blown up by Hawkster as a little thank you. Mektos now in the corner. Chiroko's right in the midfield. Pads intercepted by Roldis. As he pushes it forward, it's going to come off the backboard uncontested, but as it bounces back, Mekto's going to play that off to the sidewall. Follows it up all by himself now as well. Hawkster just launching a long-range shot. See where that takes him. Takes him straight to Chiroko. Another push forward. Hawkster trying to establish backboard control here, but Mektos is making it tough for him. Good block from Roldis in the midfield, but Chiroko throws himself into the fray as well. Gets a long-range clear. Gets blown up by Hawkster, though. Can they turn this around into quick aggression? Pass on to Hawkster, a little overplayed. Roldis rotating back into midfield. Hawkster goes straight for target, as Plot Twist were expecting him to go for the pass.
Yeah, Chiroko thought he could get a little bit more aggressive on his defense, and you can't do that. You have no backup. Mektos still racing back. Took him a long time to recover after his push. And so Birds and Bees take the lead here just about halftime, and Plot Twist have their work cut out for them yet again. It just seems like the leaders of the Astronauts leaderboard they may have met their match tonight.
It certainly looks like it. Birds and Bees might take it to match point, but we still have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, so nothing can be called at this point. Good save from Hawkster. He's going to follow that one up. Standard fair. Taroko with a block off into the corner. Roldes.
Oh my
That's
God.
not a good touch. That is not a good touch at all. He gave that goal away for pretty much free.
Right here, Taroko realizing Roldes was going to go for it. He stops and bumped out.
I didn't
Savagery.
even see the bump. Wow, I must be
Absolute-
blind.
Just straight savagery. Roldes got clobbered.
He did. You can't blow him. You can't blame him at all. I'm sorry, Roldes. For some reason, I completely missed that bump. All I did see was he was there. Ball bounced off in a weird way, and I thought that was a bad touch, but no, it was a bump. And now off of the kickoff, plot twister, just right back in the lead.
And Hoxer had the right idea. Go get back to net as much as you can, but he wasn't. And again, he wasn't moving. Didn't have any momentum. He's just racing back to net, trying to get set for a defense. And of course, the shot right bottom corner, opposite of where he was. It's exactly what needed to happen there for the shooter. And now Plot Twist have the lead.
Now Mekto's looking for another one. Doesn't get it past Hoxer. There's Taroko, though. Oh, doesn't.
I like
Go
it.
for the straight shot. And Hawks are able to block that situation out just in the nick of time. Now he's going to try to push it forward. Good block from Mektos. Taroko plays that off into the corner. Roldes rolls up. Sends it down Main Street. Mektos deflects that to the sidelines. Taroko gets another touch. Straight onto Mektos. Another push forward from Roldes. Taroko off onto the ceiling. Roldes looking to play that off the backboard. Pass it straight to Hoxer. There's a long-range shot from Taroko. Hits the crossbar. Straight down onto the ground. Backboard hit from Mektos. Looking for the downwards angle. Double tap shot. Can't quite make it happen. Final minute remaining, and Plot Twist looking to tie up the series here.
Plot Twist are looking absolutely sassy. Birds and Bees have backed off on their offense completely. And a big miss there by Hoxer. It's going to be Taroko on Roldes.
That was a close one right there. Roldes able to get the save just in the nick of time. 38 seconds remaining. Roldes with a long-range shot. Deflected by Taroko before it hits the backboard. Off the side wall, Hoxer. Important touch by Taroko yet again. 30 seconds remaining, and Birds and Bees are going to have to bring out the big guns here. Mektos straight onto Taroko. That's going to be a goal right there. And Plot Twist take the lead with 2 goals. 21 seconds left on the clock.
Mektos on the long clear here didn't really have a whole ton on it, but the boost feathering by Taroko to time that perfectly and get it just above Hoxer is enough. That right there could be the dagger.
Pretty sure it is going to be the dagger. 21 seconds and 2 goals. There's going to have to be a kickoff goal for Birds and Bees here. And Plot Twist are not done applying pressure just yet. 15 seconds. Hawks are looking for the dribble. Good block from Taroko, and he is all gone with that ball. 5-2.
You can see Roldes looking for a bump or something on Taroko, and the two lines converged. The shooting angle was right there, and Taroko just shuts it down, takes control, sends it in. And yeah, the bump didn't come through. It was just a bit of a desperation play there for Birds and Bees. That's not going to happen this time out. Game 4 will go to Plot Twist.
It will indeed, and that means we go into Game 5 tied at 2 apiece.
Yeah,
And
well,
this is about the series that we all expected. 14 shots on Plot Twist. They were really trying to push this one through.
No, they really were. I mean, shots come from everywhere, and a variety of different types of shots too. And that's exactly what Plot Twist is going to need to do. Start changing things up, going for the change up, going for the supremely fast shots, and just bringing out Birds and Bees from their net, at least on defense, or get those breakaway shots as well. Birds and Bees did, they did double commit quite a bit this game, and Plot Twist was there and ready to take advantage of that. Previously, when Birds and Bees won, they didn't double commit, or they did very rarely. So if Birds and Bees can do their best to not get ahead of each other, I think they'll have a much better chance at least going for the win and this series win. But you mentioned it, tied up 2-2, and it's still anyone's series.
Certainly is. Good touch by Hoxer. Makes Taroko jump into thin air. There he comes Mektos, winning the 50-50 against Hoxer on the sidelines. Roldes plays it back onto Hoxer. Taroko seeing his opportunity as getting his hands on the ball. Tries to get it into infield where Mektos was waiting. Now he bumps Hoxer out of the way in the midfield, and Taroko finds the gap, wraps around Roldis with a shot, puts it away.
Bump him to Hoxer. Roldis tried to time it and get that long clear. That could have been absolutely dangerous. But I don't feel like Mektos really had much of another option. He could have popped it up, but with how fast Taroko was going, may not have gone so well. So, great heads-up play by Plot Twist to take that early lead.
40 seconds it took them. And they're looking like they're hungry right now, but this is going to be a goal straight back to Birds and Bees, who find themselves in front of the net with the ball in front of them and no one defending it.
Hoxer on that Mektos challenge as well was absolutely brilliant. Just popped the nose of the car up to shut down the momentum the ball had and then got control of it. Well done, Hoxer. That straight heads-up play, I don't think it was practiced so much other than instinctual. I mean, it's only a minute and already the score is tied up 1-1.
Snake Eyes. Up the backboard, Mektos. Trying to set something up here. Gets the bump onto Roldiz, but luckily for Hoxer, Taroko not as fast to the ball as he is. Able to clear that off the goal line. Birds and Bees having trouble clearing the ball away from their own half of the field, and that means Mektos will get a rebound off the ceiling, put that straight into the net, and take the lead for Plot Twist.
Right there at the beginning of the replay, Mektos was able to grab that boost from Roldiz. Hoxer just trying to read the play more than anything else. Mektos kind of made it look easy. Just, I'm going to pop up here and move it towards the net. And that's it. And sure enough, it was enough. It drew Hoxer out. And now Taroko has another chance. Hoxer able to knock it away. Mektos has to retreat.
A good save from Hoxer. Prevents another goal from opening up here for Plot Twist. But Mektos, he's following that ball down from the ceiling. Good clear from Hoxer. Taroko has to follow that. We'll have to get another touch. Hoxer waiting in the corner, looking to pass that to Roldiz. Doesn't quite get the pass off. Tags out with Roldiz in the corner. Roldiz trying the 1v1 situation against Taroko. Hoxer doesn't quite get the follow-up as Mektos blocks his path to the ball. Another save forced out by Taroko, and the ball is still in the corner. Roldiz bounces off of the backboard, and that's the clear that Taroko was looking for. But Hoxer saw it coming. Already on the back rotation, able to get the save. And now Hoxer looking for another touch, gets it past Mektos, but not past Taroko.
Taroko staying patient on the defense play. Now he's all set up, waiting to receive a pass.
And Hoxer back to Roldiz, intercepted by Mektos. Hoxer blocks the shot in just the way that it goes wide. As we're past halftime in Game 6. Whoever wins this will have match point. Mektos, not a good clear. Taroko comes in from the side before Hoxer has any time to react at all.
It's very much like the pace of play has slowed down immensely. We're not seeing all the crazy challenges. It seems like there's some respect between these two teams at this particular point. And I'm wondering if, they're not quite thinking as fast as they were. So they're trying to be a little bit more deliberate. And this is on both teams' analysis, if you will. Trying to be a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more strategic in the way that they're stealing boost and all that craziness. As Roldiz has a chance, Mektos, it's off of him. Hoxer tries, and Taroko gets there just in time to send it away.
Such a close call right there. Solid defense from Plot Twist to stick to their 1-goal lead for the time being. But Birds and Bees, they will have smelt blood, and they will be thirsty to spill even more. Minute and 20 seconds still left. They can still tie this up. They can still take this to overtime. Taroko picks it up off the backboard, trying to dribble it past the midfield line. Roldiz with the block. And now Hoxer is ready in the midfield as a passing station. Roldiz opts to go for the short angle. Blocked by Mektos. Roldiz will intercept this. No, Hoxer will. And now it's him versus Taroko. They clash for the ball. Taroko trying to keep it away from Roldiz. What an important touch that was. Final minute is underway. Look at all the pressure that Birds and Bees are exerting right now. Roldiz goes long into the corner. Taroko has got it covered. Roldiz plays it in front of the net, but Taroko puts enough distance on it so that Hoxer can't get there in time. 40 seconds. And Birds and Bees are still on the offense, and they find the net. Early flick from Hawkster, long-range shot, and in it goes.
So Mektos was here, sees Roldiz headed for him, decides to go up the back of the net and try to wrap around and get the save. I don't. What? Just jump. I don't know. Roldiz actually ended up slamming on the brakes, so it was definitely a little bit of a fake there. But it was enough. Birds and Bees tie it up.
Oh boy, oh boy! They don't just tie it up, they take the lead.
Plot twist here. This, right here. Way faked out. Roldiz was definitely expecting a lot more speed on that ball, tried to play ahead of it, and then when no speed came out, uh-oh.
20 seconds. Plot twist. Reigning champions looking to take that match point, but Birds and Bees so strong. Mektos almost with another goal there. That would have shut this game right out. But as it stands, Hawkster still with a chance, pops it up into the air. Taroko just wants to slam that on the ground, and he does. Plot twist. With an important victory. And now they can take it in Game 6.
Correct, yeah. So now it's 3-2, including this particular scoreline. But yes, the series score 3-2. Both teams playing fairly evenly at this point. It seemed like Plot Twist was more than happy to slow the ball down, and Birds and Bees was more than happy to let him. There was some definite change up here. The difference is that Birds and Bees started trying to challenge as fast as they normally would, and with them being so slow on it, it sort of discombobulated them. They got a little bit tied up in each other. So having to slow down the rotation as play slows down can be a tough thing to do, especially when you're so used to playing as fast as possible. Plot Twist has a little bit more experience in something like that, at least in this particular format, whereas Birds and Bees, I am fairly certain that they do not quite as much. Obviously, Hawkster and Rold is very experienced players, but they have another chance, but it's only one more. To force the Game 7, it's Game 6 here at Urban Central.
It really is. And we're 15 seconds in, no goal scored yet.
We wait with bated breath through the first minute.
Yeah, even though Birds and Bees are trying their hardest. I mean, it isn't anything new to see goals scored extremely early in this series. I'm pretty sure Birds and Bees will be very happy with an early goal, as it will pave the way to Game 7. Hawkster gets demolished by Mektos. Taroko on the ball right now. Waits a little too long. Roldas bumps into him. Hops the ball up high. And good touch from Taroko to put extra distance on that ball. Positive touch by wrapping around and making it come off the tip of his hood. And the stands first minute has passed. Mektos setting up for an air dribble goal here, all across the sidelines. And Taroko will finish it off. But man, a lot of pre-work done there by Mektos. Fantastic dribble.
Right. Just as he came off the wall, he called pass. Taroko got into position, and Mektos wrapped himself up underneath the ball and then hit the boost. He wanted to hit the crossbar there. The ball control by Mektos is absolutely insane.
Yeah. You can say that twice. We've said it.
The
time
ball
and
control
time again.
by Mektos.
No, don't actually do it. I said you can, not you have to. As it stands, Mektos looking for another goal here. Rolled is, but we've said it time and time again. Mektos is just a god on the ball, and the things he can pull off of that ball are beyond what many people could ever hope to do. And I suppose that is why he's in the rival series.
Why he is a beyond astronaut.
Oh yeah.
I had to. I can feel our producer just shaking his head right now.
I'm sure he's not the only one, Ninja. Mektos goes up in flames. Second minute play. Taroko long angle Oh, save!
man.
No, that wasn't a save. It came off the
Came off the
post,
post.
actually. Came off the post. I thought that was a save, but no, it wasn't. The post helped out there a little bit.
That's like,
Rolled is with an important touch there.
that's probably the 5th or 6th time that's happened this particular series. He goes off the post like that.
Yeah. Man, oh man, the Rocket League gods, they are not pleased with whomever tries to go for long angled shots over and over again. Hawks are trying to wrap around here. We're past halftime. 1 goal is all that Plot Twist needs to win this series right now and stay the Astronauts 2v2 champions. Not sure why Roldis didn't get a save for that, but he does clear the ball off of the goal line. Gets blown up in retaliation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and Roldis and Hawks are bumping into each other in the corner, and that gives Mektos the split seconds that he needs to open up the angle.
So Hawkster was all over Taroko. It was going to be tough, and then communication broke down. That was definitely Roldis' ball. He's coming out of the net. He had the best way to clear that thing out. Hawkster, a little bit panicky, I think. Just got a little bit mixed up, and that's kind of what happens sometimes as a shot comes out. He stopped barely.
And yet again, a cheeky kickoff goal attempt from Birds and Bees. They like to pull those out, but more often than not, they're just narrowly missed.
Oh.
Mektos has to be careful with that one. Taroko whiffs it. Hawkster will beat Mektos to that ball. He shuts the angle close, and Taroko bumps into the only one who would have knocked in the second shot. Mektos driving up the post and getting yet another save. Taroko gets blown up by Roldis, and that's going to be Hawkster scoring, getting Birds and Bees on the board. Just over 80 seconds left. This is still possible.
And oddly, it's a simple chip shot. That's the one that goes in. It's not something crazy, not from an extreme angle, nothing along those lines. It is just a simple, controlled chip shot. Who'd have thunk it?
Well, I'm pretty sure Taroko would have thunk it as soon as... Well, that was just a simple chip shot, and this time there were no demos. Nothing at all. Just a solid outplay.
Straight flick. Taroko no boost. He didn't quite have the momentum going that way. The flick, well done by Hawkster to move that ball towards that side, and the save there does not come out. We're tied at 2. And Plot Twist just need 1 more. They only have a minute left.
You do only have a minute left. There's the shot on target, straight on target. Hawkster saves that, was waiting for it. You could see him on the prowl, just waiting to make that save. Final minute is on the board. Taroko off of the corner. Bounces off the ceiling. Rolled his positive play. Hawkster with a block. Keeps the ball in the blue final third. Rolled is. Gets it in front of the net. Hawkster on his way back to freshen up on boost. Mektos follows that ball all the way into the orange half. 30 seconds remaining. And Taroko picking up on that ball from Roldis. Roldis running after him. Taroko has plenty of boost to go on here. Waits until the very last moment for the touch, but Roldis saw that one coming. 15 seconds. It's on the sidelines. Hawkster, there's the flick. There's the demo. And there's the goal. And Birds and Bees, they do not want this series to end.
Right there. That flick was absolutely dangerous. Taroko could not quite read it, and Mektos taking the punishment for all of their transgressions against Birds and Bees.
7 seconds. Hawkster wants to make it official. Still on the backboard, touches the ground. We're going to game 7, everybody.
Okay, everyone. All right. Shake it out. Shake it out. just shake it out. Got to relax. It's not a big deal or anything. It's just $1,000 prize pool, $800 up for grabs by whoever finishes first. People in the chat, I don't know about you, but I would be absolutely nerve-wracked right now. I would be fried beyond recognition. There's no more bacon fat left on that frying pan. It's gone. I'm hungry.
Well, I think you dug your own grave there, buddy.
Yes, I did. But I can tell you this: birds and bees have the momentum at this point, but plot twist can literally twist that plot into whatever form, shape, style of words that they can think of at any time. It's just a matter at this point of birds and bees shutting that down. Can they do it? Yes. We have no clue who's going to win this. Just get on the edge of your seats and make sure your soft drink is cold.
5 minutes on the clock. Final game of the night. This is where it all comes down to. It's rare that we see a Game 7 in an Astronauts final. But this is well deserved by both teams. It is reigning champion versus fresh blood. Who is going to take home the $800? Who is going to take home the championship? Who is going to claim the throne for the time being? Hoxer is the one who draws first blood.
Right here, rolled is just a good touch right there. Bumps Taroko out, kind of messes them up in the net, and I think Mektos wasn't exactly expecting him to be that messed up in the net, and Hoxer coming from out of nowhere, that's off camera for Mektos, sends it right above their heads, could not react in time, just over 30 seconds in, and already Birds and Bees have the lead.
And Taroko going to leave that ball to come all the way down, wants to take the pace out of the game somewhat, transitions into a dribble, but Hoxer has snuffed that one out early, gets his flip back, doesn't use it. He didn't really have a lot of space to use it anyway. As the first minute passes, Birds and Beats are going to be happy. Rolled this great dribble. Now he only has to outplay Mektos. Can't quite do it. Runs out of boost. And Mektos is just a little too savvy for that one. Finds the open angle, cross map, and ties the game up.
So right here, Hoxer was actually going to go for the bump on Mektos. They tried to plot twist. Mektos not falling for it. He had his eye on the prize right there, and that right there is a goal on the other end of the pitch. Plot twist on the board. We are tied, as you like to say, Pash, snake eyes.
Certainly, Mektos still has his flip from the corner. It's bumped out of the way by Roldiz mid-air as he comes off of the corner, of the ceiling, excuse me, not the corner. Blocked by Taroko, pushes it forward. And Taroko looking to set that up for Mektos. Good block by Hoxer, important one too. Outfield shot, Taroko puts it off the crossbar. Roldiz having some trouble following that up.
We should probably mention too, Roldiz is also an accomplished ones player. He's definitely quite mechanically sound, but he is taking on two extremely mechanically sound players. And as I say that, that's two huge mistakes from both of them. Taroko didn't get any momentum on it right there. And Mektos just coming from the wrong side. Hoxer just kind of waiting in the midfield saying, it's going to make its way to me. I think I'll just hang out here. And sure enough, it paid off dividends. They take the lead.
They sure do. So with 2 minutes on the clock, that's almost the third goal right there. Mektos gets the save, rolled his center ball, but Hoxer was just bumped out of the way, as if plot twist knew exactly what was going to happen. Not a good clear by Taroko. Hoxer is all over that ball right now. Roldis with another push forward. Gets it in front.
Oh, no, Hoxer,
oh, that's not the bump that you were looking for, Roldis. That is definitely not the time to bump Taroko.
Well, it's not too big of a deal there. It's just that Hoxer actually missed on the challenge, too. Needed to get that touch. It would have turned into a potential for a dunk, or at least just pop the ball straight up. Gotta play on. 2-2.
2-2 at halftime as well. This is really any single goal could decide this. Hoxer, good save. Taroko trying to wrap around, bumps Roldiz out of the way. Hoxer, an important touch there. It's important that Mektos didn't get the block there. Hoxer, what a dribble.
Oh, man. Hoxer, great touch there on the sideboard. And the nice pickup on the transition as well, completely faking out everyone, including his teammate and potentially himself, but he kept his cool and got that ball towards the net. Birds and the Bees taking the lead.
Leads have been short-lived all series long.
Oh.
Roldiz important bump onto Taroko there. He wasn't a prime shooting position. Hoxer pass to Roldiz. Shot blocked by Taroko off into the corner. Roldis looking to center that again. Mektos versus Hawkster in the corner. Mektos looking to find Taroko here. Finds him. Puts it into the other corner. Hawkster wraps around the ball. Pushes it forward. Looking to gain some ground here. Good pinch from Mektos. But the block in the midfield keeps it on blue for the time being. Another attempt to go out. This time Mektos gets blown up by Hawkster. They will use this to push forward immediately, but Mektos spawns on just the right side of the field, gets a long-range clear, sends it onto the backboard. Hawkster has this one covered. More than enough time to react. 80 seconds left on the clock. It's just one goal that Plot Twist needs to catch up to here. Mektos looking to bump into Hawkster, but Hawkster stands his ground. All comes off. Taroko rolled his flick off, flicked. Oh no, Taroko able to save it. A second touch comes off of the crossbar there for Birds and Bees. 1 minute remaining, two huge chances not made use of, and now the counter attempt from Plot Twist. Block coming in from Roldiz, looking to switch that play around immediately, but Taroko kills the ball on the midfield line. Comes off the side ball. Taroko, he has an open angle, fakes out, and ties the game up.
Taroko gets control here. Hawkster actually helped him out, put a ton of momentum on the ball. He had absolutely no boost, just a bit of a touch, and that's it. A little bit earlier than Roldiz was expecting, and the backflip, no momentum on the ball. Roldiz could not predict that one, and like you mentioned, we're tied at 3.
40 seconds left on the clock. Every single goal could be the winner at this point. What a grand final this could be.
Hawkster!
The pass, pinpoint perfect.
Hawkster didn't have a whole ton of boosts. He needed to get back, collect a couple of pads. He didn't get anything, though, and then when he turned around, he didn't realize the ball was right next to him. He couldn't do anything about it. Mektos, great control. Didn't try to rush the play or anything. It's like their ones just kicked in. All of those ones tournaments they played here at Beyond and otherwise, it's all culminated into this moment, this point in time. Less than 20 seconds left, and Taroko with another shot.
Could have closed the series out right then and there. As it stands, 12 seconds left. Ball is on its way to Blue Half. Blocked by Mektos, and look at the distance he got on that one. Final few seconds are ticking down. This might be a Plot Twist. Will they stay our reigning champions? Ball is missed by Roll is in the air, and that's going to give up the chance. Plot Twist are our champions. They stay our champions. They remain on the throne, and they take home $800 tonight.
I almost went full wrestler again, but I stopped myself.
Thank you.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us, because that right there was probably one of the best finals that we've had all year.
Oh, yeah.
Back and forth, all over the place. Birds and Bees really twisting the knobs of Plot Twist all over the place. You can't... At one point, I thought Plot Twist was done. I mean, Birds and Bees had their number there for a bit. Let's face it. You know, after that first game, I completely doubted everything. And then Birds and Bees took that game 3, totally thought that was it. And Plot Twist, again, living up to their name, and again, telling me to shove off. I don't know what I'm talking about. They love it when I do that, by the way. Well, look, this is why people watch Beyond. This is why people play. Tell your friends, tell your relatives, tell everyone to tune in to Rocket League here at Beyond, because you never, ever know what's going to happen.
Yup, and not only that, but tell your friends to sign up for the next tournament as well. It's our $2,000 3v3 tournament. It's going to be on Wednesday, May 29th. So if you're European and watch soccer after the Europa League final, you can just come on and play a little on the Astronauts 3v3 circuit. There's going to be some tough teams to beat, and I'm so curious to see, because this is going to be smack dab in the middle of the off season, or not the off season, but the period between the season and the LAN. So I'm thinking we might see teams looking to get some final practice in before they head off to Jersey. But as it stands, Signups are free, so do head on over to that tournament button below the stream and sign up. Also, our April giveaway runs out in only a few hours. So if you still want to get your hands on a ticket to that giveaway, then head on over to our Twitter and look at the pinned tweet. It's at TeamBeyondNet. You can sign up for free. There's a bunch of methods to gain additional entries to the giveaway. And if you were the lucky winner, then you will receive an Astro C40TR controller, an Astro A40TR X Edition headset, a Logitech G703 Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse, and a Logitech PowerPlay wireless charging system for that mouse. And to top it all off, a Logitech Pro mechanical gaming keyboard. All of that goes to one lucky winner. We're not splitting this. You're getting the full package. So if you think you're lucky enough, then head on over to our Twitter at TeamBeyondNet. Click the link in the pinned tweet for instructions on how to take part in the giveaway. And apart of that, do follow us on Twitter to stay up to date on all the latest news and updates regarding Rocket League and all the other wonderful games that Team Beyond and Astro throw tournaments for. Did I miss anything, Ninja?
No, you pretty much covered it, man.
Okay, good. Then that is it. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Tapash. Joining me tonight has been Ninja Rider. Any closing words?
Honestly, fantastic tournament. The 3v3 is even more hype than this. So if you've never tuned into Beyond before, welcome in. Stay tuned for the next one because it will be insanity.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 2 weeks and 1 day. This is going to be, 2 weeks and 2 days, actually.
2 days.
May 29th. Our 3v3 tournament. $2,000 up for grabs. And it's right in the period where we might see some really big teams maybe turn up to play. Who knows? Only time will tell. Do sign up yourself. Or if you don't want to but still want to watch, then hopefully we'll see you same time, same place in exactly 16 days on May 29th. Until then, see you on the pitch. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.